Day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine, Googans. Go time on a Monday morning. Oof. Wasn't supposed to go down like this, E.T. Good morning. How are you doing, my friend?
What they do, my boy?
You survived a Sunday afternoon in the Buzz Zone, I see. Always good to see you bright-eyed, bushy-tailed on a Monday morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good for you. Yeah, I'm here for the overreaction. The Jags hosting the Chiefs. We let a golden opportunity slip away yesterday. I'm sure you've digested and perhaps regurgitated and redigested what we saw yesterday. I think rather than letting yesterday completely tell the story of this early season, I think there's some trends now you can attach to week one, even though that was ultimately a victory. Of things that have to get straightened out, sorted out as we move through this football season, having given away an opportunity here to really, really make a statement for postseason positioning. But all it takes is a loss like this in a day where your quarterback certainly doesn't look like a top five quarterback. Your offense certainly does not look like a top five offense. Your concern in play calling is certainly valid. More on that in a second. Not that Doug Peterson and every offensive mind in the world can't screw up a play caller every now and then. But there's just one sequence in particular that defined yesterday's loss, at least to me. And there's plenty to go around. We can spread around a lot of things wrong with his football team through 2 weeks. But again, at 1-1, if you are them inside that locker room, you're not ready to panic. If you are sitting on this side, I don't see panic. I don't feel panic among you guys out here on a Monday morning quarterback. And I see some frustration, some remiss that you didn't take care of a ball game that was right there for you. You can't win the turnover battle 3-1. You can't have the ball given to you deep in their territory and not take advantage, not against a great team like the Chiefs. And what we learned yesterday is the gulf between the Chiefs and the Jags is still there. It's not one that can't be overcome. We also learned why the Chiefs lost to the Lions, because they did not have Travis Kelce and Chris Jones. Those two dudes won the game for them yesterday. Kelce and his ability to squirt free for a touchdown in a game where touchdowns came at a premium, and Chris Jones wrecked the Jaguars' offensive line, and that's going to be a big story moving forward. Again, the lack of execution, third down, red zone, fourth down decision-making. Those things are, we can really attach to yesterday and by proxy go back the week before, because there were other execution issues that manifested in Indy, but you won the game and you got out, and you can't really complain too much about that. But the offensive line was not good. I mean, we made that Chiefs defense look like it was one of the top units in the league. I mean, we're talking about 85 Bears here. What are we doing? Chris Jones wrecked them, and it didn't matter which side he came from, inside, outside, left, right. He beat the heck and took the lunch money out of the Jags offensive lineman in front of him, and then they had a meeting at our quarterback. And Trevor Lawrence, who was not good yesterday, was harassed and harangued almost every drop back. And I know the numbers, 22 of 41, unacceptable. The missed opportunities. He sailed it over Zay Jones. He had him. That's a throw he's going to hit probably 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10. And on that third down opportunity, missed. So Trevor did not play his best football game yesterday by a mile. But the O-line's doing him no favors. And there's no magic formula left out there. The guys we got to get healthy and play better. Now, we do have Cam Robinson, looming in a couple of weeks. What exactly that means to, any alterations you make to the line, again, that's a longer storyline. And guess who we just happen to have? A Hall of Fame offensive lineman join us in the 8 o'clock hour for Breakfast with Pacelli. So we will really pick Tony's brains. Look, it's more trivial, so we'll get to it in a little bit. At least as far as what I am setting up as the defining moment, the defining sequence of yesterday's game. But I love the argument and the disagreement among rational fans on each side when it comes to fourth down calls. Like that's one of the favorite things about football to me is when coaches make these decisions on fourth down and how the fan base and the media, again, rational, knowledgeable fans can be on opposite sides of the decision. So let's have a little fun here, ET. Listen, by the way, we are 1-1 and tied for the division lead with the Houston Texans coming to town next week and a full season in front of us. So I would like to channel at least a little bit of Doug Peterson to get us started today. And while we are disappointed, and that Jaguars locker room is disappointed, there's also a reality here after just 2 weeks.
It's week 2. I mean, my gosh. It's week 2. We're 1-1. We're in a great spot. You know, we lost to a good football team today. We didn't play great. Guys know that. Guys are going to rally. Guys are going to bounce back. We're going to be better next week. A lot of football ahead of us. That's the exciting part about it, you know, and those guys are ticked off in there. You know, they're mad and they know it. And it's so early in this season that one game's not going to define who we are and it's not going to define our season.
I think that's fair. It's also fair to go sit in that hot sun, you know, heat index up over 100 and be frustrated by the lack of execution and production you saw yesterday, particularly when the defense and the big play, the splash play turnovers were good enough to pick up a much-needed win, and we don't worry so much about the offense. And that's why, to me, I still say talent, individually, by position. The Jags are as good as anyone in the league. And so what is making this football team bog down, especially in the execution downs, the third and fourth down conversion, the red zone? Trevor's 0 for 7 in the red zone yesterday. We're 0 for 3 on trips into the red zone. You got to get touchdowns. Again, more on that key sequence in just a second. But first, the fun of the fourth down. Which way did you land? I found I landed, at least just based on my group, I was way in the minority on one of the fourth downs, to the point it's also fun in sports where you literally, if you're a radio host, this happens to you more often, where you literally can't believe that anyone disagrees with what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like that second fourth down call, and I'll tell you which way I went, but everyone I'm around completely disagreed. I was the only one, and for the life of me, I still don't understand any of y'all who think differently than me on that one. But first, let's talk about both of them. So, ET, end of the first half, about 4 minutes to go. The Jags defense has been shutting down the Chiefs all day long. In fact, the Chiefs had a situation. They had it to the Jags like 38-yard line and elected to punt on a 4th and 5. The Jags had it at about midfield, 4th and 5, having shut out the Chiefs to this point. And Doug Peterson, Press Taylor, or the combo, decided on a day when we're over on conversions and the offense is just clunking along, decided to go for it on 4th and 5 from the 45-50. Where you were, E, did you agree or disagree with that call? And the folks around you, could you tell, was there a consensus?
I agree with the call.
Yeah, you agreed with it.
Go for it.
Hicken agreed with it. I hated it. The last thing in the world I want to do, again, there's also this, by the way. If your intent is to go 4 downs there, let's not run a trick play on 3rd down then. Let's run a play so we don't have – if you're going to be going for it from the inside the 50, let's get a better down and distance than 4th and 5, first of all. Shout out my man, Daly's the founder and owner, Aubrey Edge, for pointing that out to me as I visited with him during the game yesterday. I didn't think about that. But if you're going to go 4 downs, don't run a trick play. Let's run a play and get a couple 3 yards, maybe even the first down on 3rd. I hated it, ET. Here's why I hated it. The Chiefs had done nothing. I don't want to give the MVP the ball at the 50. We got one of the best punters in the league. Dump it down there. Give him the ball inside the 10, certainly inside the 20. Don't give him a short field and an opening. And I thought that, by the way, before the play. It's easy to say after whether you agree or disagree. Now, Hick was in your camp, sitting next to Dan in the press box. He liked being aggressive there. I like being aggressive there if your offense has performed worth of crap, but it hadn't. Trevor had been just, and by the way, that ended with a sack, or a pressured incompletion. We had not moved the ball with any regularity at all. And I know you want to take advantage of a turnover that you had gotten there, but let's be smart here, man. And if it means having to be up 3-0, giving your defense that boost of having shut out the Chiefs in the first half, let's don't give them the ball at the 50. No. So I hated that. ET late in the game, the Jaguars faced 4th and 12 from inside the 20. Mm-hmm. They're down 8 points. Where were you there? Kick the field goal there and get it 17-12 or go for it while you're down there?
You got to kick that field goal,
okay,
man.
Again, I'm on an island. I can't get anyone to tell me why kicking a field goal was the right call. And they all think it. Breakfast with Maselli is going to join us at 8 o'clock and tell us they should have kicked the field goal there. The logic that y'all are using does not register with me. Now, the logic is you kick the field goal, you make it 17-12.
Yep.
Then when you stop the Chiefs, a touchdown wins it, right? That's your logic. That's y'all's logic.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And that's fine. There's also this little matter. You have to get a touchdown at some point. We're inside the 20. I'm not sure if we kick off and give the ball. By the way, had we done it either way, Jags lose. You know why? Because the MVP is going to close out the game, and he did. The Jags went for it, missed. What did the Chiefs do? Converted, went down the field, took a knee inside our 5. So if we kick the field goal and make it 17-12 and kick off to them, they're not going to be starting inside the 20. They're going to be starting the 30-yard line, wherever a kick return takes you, 25, 30-yard line. And so you were going to be faced with the same dilemma. You have to get the ball back from the Chiefs, you have to stop Patrick Mahomes, and you have to get a touchdown. Whether you kick the field goal there or go for it, at the end of the day, you have to stop Patrick Mahomes and get a touchdown. Whether you do it before or after this conversion, it's on you. I would much rather, because I'm here, take my chances on converting a 4th and 12 in their territory, and if I miss, know that I've got them backed up inside the 20, then kick a field goal, make it 17-12, and have to kick it off to Patrick Mahomes and then watch him do exactly what he did off the missed 4th down conversion. The exact same scenario would have played out. They would have gotten the ball, they would have driven down the field, forced the Jags to burn timeouts, and won the football game. But for my money, when you haven't moved the ball very well all day long, give me a shot from inside the 20-yard line right now. Best case scenario, ET, you kick the field goal, you kick off to them, it's inside of 2 minutes, you're going to have to stop them.
Yeah, those were.
And if you miss by the way, there's also this. If you do miss the field goal, if you do miss the conversion, had you stopped them right there 3 in a row and they punt, you're going to get the ball back again at like the 40 or 50-yard line. Statistically, if you kick to the other team and they bring it out and you stop them and they punt, you're going to get it at your 20-yard line. So look, there's no winner or loser in these. Just a difference of opinion. And what I love most, and I dropped this on my group text, is everyone is saying, unilaterally, like you, they should have kicked the field goal there at 17-9. I was the only voice of what I would say reason about that situation. I liked going for it there. You're down there. You only got 4th and 12. If it's at the 40, you're at the 34-yard line and you kick a 50-yarder and get back in the game, that's one thing. Man, you're too, And by the way, how close were they to getting that touchdown? Calvin really nearly got that. Trevor just did not have a good day. He just did not have his sharpest day.
He almost got that thing.
But he also got harassed. We could never throw on schedule. At some point, the O-line has got to nut up and let our guy throw on schedule, too. What I said on the text line is, Doug Peterson elected to go for it, and all 6 guys are screaming, you got to kick the field goal there. I said, you know what makes me feel good? I'm on a group text line with 6 guys who are smarter than Doug Peterson. I feel honored. That's what I love about sports. We're all screaming at coaches who have won flipping Super Bowls. And I kind of went one. I agree with Doug on the one down there going for it at 17-9. And I thought the bigger mistake was you're stifling them. Punt them down deep. Still 4 minutes to go. Again, even if you don't go 4 for 4, punt it deep and stop them, you're going to get the ball back again, with good field position if your defense bows up. So I really, really hated that fourth down. I think it switched the momentum of the game. The Jags had dominated the Chiefs. They'd forced turnovers. They didn't have a point. They didn't have a point. You're shutting them out for the first 26 minutes of the first half. Let's kick them. Let's pin them back, keep them shut out, and get the ball and score. Be up 6-0 at half rather than down 7-6. All right, all that said, the conversion issue. By the way, the Jags were 3 of 12 on third down yesterday. 2 of those came by penalty. So that means only one time by their own execution did they convert a third down all day. 0 for on fourth down. So they're going to have to button up this offense, find out why it's not clicking. But there's one, I'm going to let you hear from Trevor, more from Doug. But there was one sequence yesterday, one, that summed up the loss and the issues that this team's having, and it incorporates all of these things we've talked about and the quote, unquote, play caller, I guess, more than play calling. We'll attack that when we come through on the other side. 641-1010, that's phone number. Also the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You can reach us via the email at thedrill at 1010xl.com. The Monday Morning Quarterback, brought to you by DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Go! Your play-by-play home of Bulls Bulldogs football is 1010XL.
I'm Coach Tobin of the Bulls Bulldogs. We're back on the road Friday night against Oakleaf, and you can catch the action on 1010 AM.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Lauren Brooks here. Tired of joint pain holding you back? Try BioTarget from Injury Care Centers. This treatment will prolong the life of your joints by targeting the root of your pain and delivering more regenerative cells to the affected area, ensuring faster and more effective healing, making BioTarget the most advanced regenerative treatment. For a limited time, BioTarget starts as low as $499. Call Injury Care Centers or visit GoBioTarget.com. That's GoBioTarget.com.
Hey, this is Jason with Bueller Air Conditioning. Why do we love to go to that awesome grocery store where shopping is a pleasure? Why do we choose that amazing chicken sandwich where the service is fast and friendly and it's always their pleasure? You see, those brands are a promise. Here at Bueller Air, our team is committed to serving the customer and delivering that same kind of brand promise. Our mission is to be the most trusted brand with friendly and professional service every single time. Give us a call today or visit BuellerAir.com.
Brackish Vodka, a Jacksonville-produced and distilled gluten-free corn-based vodka. This is the smoothest vodka you'll ever have. And because it's mineral salt filtered after being distilled 5 times, you get the smoothest vodka on the market. And it's made right here in Duval County. When you drink this gluten-free Brackish Vodka, you're supporting a local business and not just some business based out of Texas. Taste why 9 out of 10 people pick Brackish Vodka in the blind taste test. Drink like a local, drink like your boy. Drink Brackish Vodka. Come on, somebody.
Picture walking through your home and feeling the natural elegance that only hardwood can provide. I'm Shane with Renew Solutions, and for replacing or refinishing wood floors, I've got you covered. Visit RenewJacksFloors.com.
Business owners know Andy's Automotive and Truck Services for routine fleet maintenance or emergency repairs. Andy's offers after-hours and mobile service to minimize downtime and keep your fleet on the road. Visit andysats.com.
Go inside your home team's locker room with Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline.
Check out my blog at 1010XL.com
so you can catch all the news and nuggets you need to know.
My blog is brought to you by Roland Reese Plumbing,
where quality and experience count.
You dream it, we build it. CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Gather the family when it's time to retire. Enjoy the warmth of a cozy fire. Now we're cooking in the great outdoors. That's what outdoor kitchens are for. You dream it, we build it. CSS.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HIT-BACK.
Mike Dempsey here for Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em Fantasy game, a super fun way to play along as you watch your favorite players. The way it works, you pick higher or lower on 2 to 5 player stats, then watch to see if your picks hit. It's that easy. If you haven't tried out Pick'em, now's the perfect time. Football season's back, and to celebrate, Underdog announced their newest special that will be running all season long. It's called 100K Sundays. Every Sunday, Underdog's going to be giving $10,000 in cold hard cash to 10 winners who play Pick'em. You can take your chance by playing along every Sunday. One entry equals one ticket. Will you be one of the winners? Find out by making your picks this football season. In total, they're going to be giving away $2 million. That's a real number. $2 million just to people who are making picks. Try it out today by downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. You must be 18 or older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ncpgambling.org.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Enjoy home and away game football specials in Hidden Hills Golf Club's Hills Grill for every game this season. Grab your friends and reserve your table by calling 641-8121. Hidden Hills Golf Club.
Ackerman Urology offers the most advanced options for improving men's health and vitality. Their board-certified urologists treat all prostate disease and sexual health issues. Call their new location on Atlantic and Hodges or visit AckermanUrology.com.
Roland, 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 we're all calling Roland. The toilet's overflowing, oh my. When hairballs, grease, and goo just won't let that water through, you need Roland Reese Plumbing by your side. When you have got a leak and you just can't wait a week, call 260-7059. Roland Reese Plumbing.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville.
If the backwards pass would have put us back maybe in 4th and 15-ish, 4th and 14, yeah, I would have kicked it there. 4th and 12, you're taking a shot to the end zone anyway, so not a big deal.
Sounds like Doug Peterson was either way. Again, you're going to have to stop Patrick Mahomes, whether you kick the field goal there or go for it. And you're going to have to get a touchdown. So for my money, you take your chance at a touchdown down there inside the 15. Y'all did watch that Jaguars offense with me yesterday, right? Kick the field goal, give it to Patrick Mahomes. If he doesn't drive, just runs enough clock that you got a minute to go in the game. That offense you watched yesterday. that maniac, Chris Jones, who had 5 quarterback pressures and a sack and a half, we were suddenly going to start blocking those guys, you think? Yeah, thank your lucky stars you got inside the 20. Try and get a touchdown and a miracle 2-pointer and go from there. But, look, here is where I'll get back to the Jags in just 1 second, but I should remind – listen, this is – what I'm about to tell you is why you listen to us, okay? You know, it's why you trust us, all right? So I hope this is just like maybe a guide in the future where, you know, you're not sure. You listen to Dan and Jeff. You trust them. We'll lead you in the right direction. Like we told you, you just got to give Billy Napier a chance. We told you, don't worry, everything will be fine. You know, you got to get the ball rolling a little bit. We told you. I can't deliver this with a straight face. Good win for Billy Napier and the Gators on Saturday night. A deserved attaboy. Everything that they were not at Utah, they were Sunday at home in the creature comforts of 90,000 plus. He certainly has not lost the fan base. That place was rocking on Saturday night. And what the Gators want to do to follow their script. Too bad Big Brother couldn't run it yesterday like Little Brother ran it Saturday night. Trevor Etienne had 100 and almost 80 yards on the ground. 173, I believe. Florida jumped Tennessee. They, after falling behind 7-0, rattled off 26 unanswered, dominated in the run game, pestered Joe Milton, never let the Tennessee run game get going. They got on the right side of the scoreboard, were able to, pull it down and play conservative in the second half, but still not feel like, oh, my God, what are you doing? You have to be at least somewhat aggressive. And it played out to a relatively easy 29-16 win. Wasn't fluky. I think that's another good sign if you're Florida. So like we said, don't listen to the histrionics of some of those that scream and yell and make a bit out of the failures in week 1. Dan and I would never do anything like that, right, E? We're going to stay measured and
every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
I made sure that I went into the system and I cleansed it of anything that would tell you anything differently about how would we react to that. But, yeah, nice one. In fact, Florida is ranked. They're ranked, man. Ranked first time in a while, I think I saw. I don't know. But, first win over a rival for Billy Napier. A lot to like about what Florida did in the Swamp and keep. I said it was a referendum game for Billy. And it was. He didn't beat a rival at all last year. Went 6-7. We went on the road in the opener and looked woefully unprepared for all the nation to see. And they cleaned that up real quick because this isn't the Tennessee team of last year. Who knows what would have happened if Hendon Hooker and Jalen Hyatt and Tillman Jr. and those guys were out on the field. Who knows? No guarantee of anything. But this year's Tennessee in the Swamp looked just like the Tennessee teams that made the last 9, now 10 trips. They go home with an L. And it was a convincing one. It wasn't some fluke play or some, extraordinary circumstance. Florida went out, won the lines of scrimmage against a good SEC team, and got a much-needed win. They'll play Charlotte next week, and then Kentucky, and then South Carolina, I believe, and then Georgia. So, arrow pointed up. You hope like heck that you can tack on 2 or 3 wins and go into that Georgia game, making it mean a little bit more. Georgia got staggered just at least a little bit. They trailed 14-3 to South Carolina first half, trailed at the half, in fact, before really stepping on the gas in the second half. But Georgia's lost an awful lot of talent. I think one of the key storylines to the college football season to this point is the SEC ain't all that. Bama can't find a quarterback, can barely beat USF in Tampa. They're out of the top 10, by the way, for the first time in a decade almost. And so, look, it's also early, just like it is in the NFL. And in college football, it's why you need a 12-team playoff with all the transfer portal and all the NIL. Sometimes it can take you 2 or 3 games to get things rolling. LSU by the end of the year may be a steamroller. FSU had that game. Look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you FSU had flaws exposed. Every year you run into those games, those trap games. And here's FSU sitting in the middle of a trap, looking ahead to Clemson next week, going off to lowly Boston College, which has not played well to start the year. but has a decent team, and as we saw Saturday afternoon, a really good quarterback. And so, Boston College has gotten Miami back in the heyday. It doesn't have to be Boston College. It could be Wake Forest or NC State or Virginia. There are trap games inside the conference that when the big boys go play on the road on a sleepy little noon kickoff, be careful. And FSU had to be careful on Saturday. They got an eye-opener early. Then they pulled way ahead, 31-10. You think they're fine, and lo and behold, BC made another run at them. But they survived maybe a look-ahead game, and still it's not – I believe they have a week off and then face Clemson, I believe. But that may be this week, actually. I'm getting confused. And I'll tell you why, because I was looking at all the ranked matchups next week, and I didn't see FSU-Clemson. But now I remember that's because Clemson, they're not ranked. Clemson's not ranked. After that loss to Duke to start the year and 2 wins, they're 0-1 in the ACC. Yeah, that's a noon kickoff, FSU-Clemson. So the Noles certainly could have been looking ahead a little bit. Certainly could have been looking ahead a little bit and still escaped with a victory. And they did drop one spot in the polls. Not that those matter that much with the playoff system. All right, let's go back to what we saw here on Sunday. And there's one thing that stands out that encapsulates all of the issues that are plaguing the Jaguars right now. Some real, some more fan-created than what I think Doug Peterson and his staff believe. Okay? You get the luxury of a pass interference call in the end zone, trailing 14-6. You get the ball first and goal at the 1-yard line. We've had this discussion before. I don't know if it was last year at Denver, versus the Broncos. I don't know if we were talking about one of the college programs. I have a new mantra, okay? This is my new mantra for the football teams that I cover, support, and root for. In the future, when it's first and goal at the 1, under no circumstances do you do anything but hand it to your flipping running back. Hand it to the running back. Don't put your $1 million quarterback in the shotgun and roll him out to the left like you're the Riverside Generals. Maddening. So if you want to take umbrance with play calling, have at it right there. Doug, if that's what Press Taylor's going to send down to you, buddy, you got to put up a roadblock. Now, E.T., we drafted a running back in round 3 this year, didn't we? What was his name?
Tank, I believe.
What was the reason that he was drafted for? What did we say? What were we told? What have we seen in the preseason and in game 1 to a degree at Indianapolis? Why was Tank, when we already had Travis Etienne, we already have, Hasty and Johnson and decent, backup running backs. Why was Tank Bigsby drafted?
Oh, he's a bruiser down there in the
He's
goal
a
line.
short yardage goal line back. So what I would like to do, and I will live with these screams of, not being creative enough, put my guy in the I formation, put my quarterback under center, hand the ball to Tank Bigsby if you have to, 4 straight times. Don't roll the quarterback out to the left, get him pushed out of bounds for a loss of 4 or 5 yards, and now have to, on a short field, convert. By the way, that was 2 more terrible things happened out of that. The next play, he ran my guy Ridley right into the goalpost. And then on 3rd down, he missed a wide-open Zay Jones. How about not create the opportunity for injury and the lack of confidence and just hand the stick? And if your O-line isn't good enough, then have tryouts today. You're first and goal at the 1 at home. It's time that somebody put a helmet under somebody's chin. That's it. It's as simple as that. We can talk about 3rd down conversions and red zone failures and 4th down disagreements about what you should do. We can talk about turnover margin and sacks and a million things. You're first and goal at the 1. And you don't, not one time, run the football. You didn't run it one time. Here is Trevor Lawrence on his team's, his sky's the limit offense, failing to find the end zone a single second all Sunday afternoon.
You know, we're better than that, and we're a better team, we're a better offense than that, and I think that's what's disappointing is when you know what you're capable of, and the guys that we have, whether it's up front, you know, myself, the running backs, receivers, like we got, you know, so many weapons, like we got to be able to put points on the board and score, and it's kind of embarrassing. You know, it's a similar feeling, honestly, to when we played Houston here last year and just didn't get anything going, had some just bad plays, bad execution, let them hang around all game, and then, you know, and same thing, our defense played great that game too, and we just got to help them, and we got to play better.
That was a message. I mean, I heard it from all the rest of the Jaguars offense. The guys you don't talk to are the guys who are really responsible for this to a large degree, and it's that offensive line, and for a variety of reasons, right? I mean, they haven't got to practice together, play together in preseason. Somebody's been hurt. I mean, the pup list for Bart, Shatley with the arrhythmia, injuries affecting things at both center and guard heading into this week and coming off of last week. But at the end of the day, are they good enough? Because that's 2 weeks in a row where, you know, execution so often comes down to the line. It can look real quick like Trevor Lawrence was not good at all yesterday, and it wasn't his best game, but I'm telling you guys, and I think Tony will back this up, he was harassed. He never got to just get on schedule. Even the completions, they're just all around him and over him. Back to the more specific, and I would like to interpret this as play calling. It wasn't asked that way, but Doug Peterson was flat out asked, Coach, you got the ball first and goal at the 1. I mean, any thoughts maybe using a running back in that situation?
We need to score there. I mean, that's the thing. And you know, with the first play, we had a run dialed up and didn't execute well. We didn't get it in the end zone. And just got to take a look at everything. But it's not about who's in the game or who's getting the touch or anything like that. You know, Travis, Tank, D'Ernest, all three of those guys are very capable of doing it. And you know, so it's not that. We just got to look at what we're doing and making sure we're, putting our guys in position to be successful.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take that as, I'm going to have a talk with press on. But that's kind of, listen, these guys do think alike. I'm not going to put the lack of execution and the specific play calling on Press Taylor. I do think that if we didn't know the difference, we wouldn't know the difference. We fail and, it's not the first time Doug Peterson's play calling has failed. It fails a lot. There's just a lot of instances. It's a missed opportunity, so that's what's most disappointing about yesterday. It's a missed opportunity against the best team in football to give yourself a little bit of wiggle room. Again, it's not the end of the world. There are situations around the NFL today where fan bases are a lot more concerned than we are, including a team that's going to visit on Sunday night here later this year. So let's get to at least hit some of the other issues and potential answers from around the National Football League with a football fix. We'll do that when we return. Hicken arrival at 7, and then deep into Jaguars coverage as we take you through this Monday morning quarterback, DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Florida Gators upset Tennessee 29-16 at the Swamp as a 4.5-point underdog. It's the Gators' 10th straight win at home over the Volunteers. The Gators hosting Charlotte this week at the Swamp as a 27-point favorite, the total 51. Florida State on the road at Clemson. The Seminoles are the 1-point road favorite, 55 the total in Death Valley. For the NFL on Sunday, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars, a 9.5-point home favorite against the Houston Texans, 45.5 the total at Everbank Stadium. Jaguars coming off a 17-9 loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. Yesterday, Chiefs were the 3.5-point favorite. Get your free VSIN subscription right now at VSIN.com. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Bailiff, what's the next case?
Judge, the defendant has been accused of pouring cooking grease down the kitchen sink.
I didn't know where to put it, Your Honor.
See? Guilty!
Who's the plaintiff?
His wife, Your Honor.
Are there damages?
No, Your Honor. I called for help and the drain was fixed.
Who did you call?
For any drain issues, just call the Duck. The pros at Duck Duck Rooter.
When you're stuck, call the Duck.
904-862-6769. Randy Marion Cadillac is the new name in Jacksonville.
And the place to go for the best selection of Cadillacs.
We've got XT5s and XT6s.
With 2.9% financing for 36 months.
And an additional $1,500 off if financed through Cadillac Financial.
And the price and selection you've been looking for with Cadillac certified pre-owned vehicles.
There's never been a better time to buy a Cadillac than right now.
Price and selection is what makes Randy Marion the king of price.
And a family that's been making great deals for more than 30 years.
Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Duval! Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Mike Dempsey here. As you all know, I decided to take control of my weight, and I called Awaken 180. Why? Because there's no BS, no gimmicks, no crash diets, no magic pills. You won't find me sweating it out at the gym every day either. Just 3 weeks with Awaken 180, I've shed over 17 pounds. I mean, my shorts are already falling off me. I'm down to a 36 waist, about to be wearing 34s, a size I haven't worn probably since high school. But here's the kicker. It's not just about losing weight. I'm learning along the way. My coach, Mandy, she is a rock star. She listens, gives me tips, and adjusts my program to keep things moving. And to back up their claim as the solution for weight loss, I'll receive free support for life after reaching my goal. So whether you've got 20 pounds or 30 pounds to drop like me, or maybe you have 50 or 100 pounds to lose, Awaken 180 is the choice to make. Call them at 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800. Or check them out online at awaken180weightloss.com.
It's storm season, and JEA is committed to keeping you informed. In the event of a storm, we'll text and email you about the status of your services. We use Facebook and Twitter to post real-time updates. Our live outage map on JEA.com lets you track restoration progress. And as crews work to restore services, our storm outreach team will be in local neighborhoods to answer your questions. Because as your community-owned utility, JEA is here to keep you safe and connected. Your community, your utility.
If you're looking for exterior solutions that provide you reliability and durability, it's time to call Armor Guard Exteriors. Whether you need seamless gutters or gutter protection, hurricane products, impact windows, glass lanais, or retractable awnings and screens, we've got you covered. Call My Home Team today for your 5-star experience at 904-906-8669.
Armor Guard Exteriors, committed to quality, and that's a promise.
Have you heard 1010XL talk shows are on demand?
If you can't catch your favorite show on 1010XL, you can always catch it on demand
at 1010XL.com.
Brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Win cash prizes at UnderdogFantasy.com.
Your quick and easy solution for paying the lowest price on car insurance is Estrella Insurance. E to the T here and start saving the big bucks and pay less today. Call 1-800-CAR-INSURANCE and see for yourself. That's 1-800-CAR-INSURANCE or visit EstrellaInsurance.com.
Right now, Zero Res is falling back in time for September. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129, and they'll clean a 4th room for free. Their 4th room on me. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Tired of overpaying for tires?
Cruise into Tire Outlet for the best selection, best quality, and best prices on the tires you need to keep you and your family safe on the road. With over 40 years of experience and 15 locations across Florida, Tire Outlet is the brand you can trust to perform great service at a great price. Our technicians are ready to do the maintenance and repairs to your vehicle performing its best. Tire Outlet, wholesale prices, premium service.
Tire Outlet.
Active and pain-free. That's the ticket. Dr. George Barry here, and I know that's the goal of every patient I see. They want the best possible care so they can go back to enjoying life. That could be pick up basketball, golf, tennis, running, or just working out. It all requires you to be as healthy as you can be. If joint pain is taking its toll on your active lifestyle, come see me at Barry Orthopedics. We have locations all over Jacksonville and can diagnose and treat even the most severe joint pain. A homegrown Jacksonville practice. Find out more at BarryOrthopedics.com.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff. 1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Mahomes drops, looks, hit as he let it go. That ball's downfield and is going to be picked off by Andre Cisco. A diving interception inside the 15, around the 13 of Jacksonville.
Defense gave us plenty of bright spots yesterday, right? And the special teams, they gave us the ball down there at the 10-yard line, did nothing with it, had to kick a field goal. They gave us the ball, we had 1st and goal to 1, did nothing with it, had to kick a field goal.
Sack tracker up to date.
We had one more, so we got 5.
You like Caleb Vaughn?
We're okay. I didn't want to get shut out yesterday, so 2.5 a game. That safely gets us over 50 on the year, but you know, again, part of my reason for the sack total going up would be that the scoreboard would look different this year. We would be the one ahead of teams by 14. It didn't happen yesterday, and more there it is on the Jags as we move along. Before I get to the football fix, and by the way, I'm not going to be the scoreboard show for you here. I assume you all have the internet. You know, so I'm not going to spend my Monday mornings going game by game. You have plenty of opportunities to get that. Instead, it's some of kind of the ripples of what happens on a Sunday, and that's what your Monday morning football fix will be all about. Before we get to that, though, just a hearty you're welcome to all my Marlins friends out there. You know, you guys have been on me. E.T. is one of them.
Grand slam, baby.
Yeah, and I hope you guys realize what the Braves, are doing. Now, I'm not all in favor of what the Braves are doing. Apparently, they're not aware that the Dodgers can still get home field throughout the National League playoffs, but Atlanta's just trotting out, minor league. They're letting their starting pitchers go 4 or 5 innings. They're trotting out minor leaguer relievers to give up 8 runs in 4 innings. They're sitting 1 or 2 of their superstars every day, and the result is they just got whacked by the Fish with a 3-game sweep this weekend. I think the lead over the Dodgers for the overall best record is down to 4. I don't know what the plan is by Brian Snitker to ramp it back up, but I will give you this Dailies Double Take brought to you by the Dailies Dash. Pure deliciousness right there for you around just about every corner of the First Coast with, dozens of locations to serve you. And this ain't a bit, man. Deli quality of food. By the way, I got the sandwiches coming in this week. You're welcome.
My dog.
But yeah, here's the double take. I will say this about the Braves. They made homer history this weekend. Matt Olson hit his 52nd. That's the all-time Braves record. All time, not Chipper Jones or Andrew Jones or Hank Aaron or Eddie Matthews or Dale Murphy or anyone else. No, 52 home runs for Matt Olson is the record. And Marcell Ozuna hit a meaningless junk home run yesterday. The Braves lost 16-2, by the way. But it was his 35th of the year, and the Braves are the first team in the history of Major League Baseball to have 4 guys hit 35 home runs or more in the same year. And they've got a couple more with 30, so dare I say. Anyway, enough of that. And that's the Daily's Double Take, brought to you by The Dash. Enjoy your deliciousness this morning. Get 2 of those Piled High biscuits for just $7. And the coffee you're getting, you bet it's fresh. Locally sourced, ground fresh, daily at the Daily's Dash. Fire the band. We got a football fix. Again, not going to be your scoreboard show. Just let me give you some of what is lingering from yesterday. I will remind you, in case you're just getting up, you 6 o'clockers make the world go round. Dolphins are the most impressive team to start the season. They've opened with wins at the Chargers, and then last night they beat the Patriots. Patriots 0-2 for the first time since 2001. 24-17 was that one. with Tua and Hill and Waddle, it was Raheem Mostert who went crazy. So, of course, I played against him in fantasy football this week. Thank you. Thank you, sir. May I have another? All right, we had a couple of huge comebacks yesterday by NFC East teams. The Giants trailed 28-7. They didn't score through the first half this Sunday. That was after getting shut out week 1, so 6 quarters of 0 points. And then scored 31 in the second half, including the last 3 on a final minute field goal. They storm all the way back. Now, Saquon Barkley was injured in that game. Happened late, so they say that x-rays are for now, quote, optimistic, but it is, he scored 2 touchdowns yesterday in the comeback. He's got an MRI today. We'll see just how long and how much time he could miss. Ankle's swollen, but it is, quote, an ordinary sprain and not the high ankle, which can matter. But, man, the Giants saved their seat. They're down big all day yesterday. 21-0 at half, 28-7, and they come all the way back. The Bengals are 0-2. Now, they started last year 0-2, but now they've lost 2 division games. No team has started 0-2 with both those losses being in the division and made the playoffs. Big win for the Ravens yesterday on the road. And Joe Burrow in the offense still just can't get it going. And by the way, he tweaked a calf injury. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Burrow now is going to have to miss time. And Cincinnati, one of the heavyweights of the AFC the last few years, is 0-2. We know the stat. It's like 80% of the 0-2s missed the playoffs. Last year they were 0-2 and they made the playoffs. I wouldn't be, poking that windmill if I were Cincinnati. Too late now. Zach Wilson is who we thought he was. He's just not good enough. And if you're looking for reasons that are going to keep contenders down, the Jets, it's going to be the quarterback. So unless they swing big and make a move for a proven quarterback out there, whether it is luring a high-paid starter from a team ready to rebuild or finding a competent backup, I do know this. Gardner Minshew is damn sure a lot better than Zach Wilson. Minshew, by the way, came in relief. Anthony Richardson self-reported a concussion after a couple of touchdown runs yesterday. He had gotten off to a good start. Minshew finished it off with typical Minshew efficiency. Colts win on the road. Titans also an overtime win at home, so Jags got plenty of company now in the division with the Houston Texans coming to town. Let's hope that the lesson was learned a year ago. Take advantage of a rookie quarterback. Coming to town next week. I mentioned the comeback. It was an 18-point comeback for the Washington Commanders. The Giants came from 21 down, and the Commanders from 18 down. They were down 21-3 at Denver and just getting road graded, and they completely turned it around. Russell Wilson started turning the ball over. The Peyton Wilson connection has not worked at all. Denver has lost 2 games now at home to start. This one had a wild ending. Denver was down 8. They had the ball at the 50. Last play of the game, no time left. They did the old tip Hail Mary, and the prayer was answered. Got it to within 2. Failed on the 2-point conversion, and it was a terrible no call by the refs. I think it was Cortland Sutton. Whoever was in the end zone on the 2-pointer definitely got interfered with. 1,000,000%. It was a terrible no call, credit to Rams. They played the Rams are not the worst team in the league. They don't belong down there with Sean McVay at coach and Matthew Stafford. The Rams are playing pretty competitive football. They won at Seattle, and then yesterday lost by just 7 to the 49ers, but they got a way of finding it. They got a rookie wide receiver named Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua.
Shout out Puka.
Puka caught another 15 passes for 147 yesterday.
That ain't Puka.
That's after he caught 10 in week 1.
Go ahead, Puka.
He has set the NFL all-time record for most catches through the first 2 games of a career. He's got 25 catches for 200 and almost 70 yards through 2 games.
Puka ballin'.
Puka Nacua. I
like that.
Puka's from BYU, and Puka putting up some big numbers. Puka, I'm going to go ahead and say, is the early leader for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Hick and Arrival, more coming your way next. That's Football Fix. It's brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers. Mandarin and now Orange Park, September Life Insurance Awareness Month. Maybe you got a game plan that's going to work. Don't give first and goal at the one and run stupid plays. Get somebody there that can draw you up a winner. And be there, by the way, when you need them. And that's Allstate agent Mandy Bauer and her expert team. I should mention them as well. Hick and Arrival comes your way next. Breakfast with Pacelli. Talk about the state of what does look like could be perhaps the worst offensive line in the league. And real quickly, trending as the worst offensive line in the history of the Jaguars. And it hadn't exactly been a Hall of Fame path after Tony Pacelli left. Those and more, part of our day plan for you on the Monday Morning Quarterback, DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Yo, it's your boy E.T., and I'm back at it again with my instant reactions brought to you by none other than Brackish Vodka. Be sure to check them out on all social platforms. You never know what I'm going to do or say. That's E.T.'s Instant Reactions, powered by Brackish Vodka. Come on, somebody.
This month only at Key Buick GMC, save up to $6,000 on new Buicks or combine big savings with low APR to fit any budget, like 1.9% APR financing with $1,250 Conquest rebate. Enjoy a low APR like 1.9 for 36 months or 4.10 APR up to 60 months and even 5.04% for up to 72 months. As always, whenever you purchase a brand new vehicle from Key, it always comes with the lifetime powertrain warranty. Across the street from Tinseltown, Southside and Gate.
You have separation anxiety from your pet? For any services, and I mean, maybe it's veterinary care, maybe you're going out of town, you have to board them. Pet Paradise checks all the boxes to put both you and your pet at ease. Location, location, location. They are all over town. There's a Pet Paradise near your neighborhood, but if you are headed out of town, how about the airport service? Pet boarding and day camp there, 24-hour pickup and drop-off. They make it easier for you. Inside of any and all Pet Paradise, you're going to find them doing it better than the other imitators. Here's why. Ultra-modern facilities. The best veterinary care with New Day Veterinary. They even have dog training now. Climate-controlled suites, a bone-shaped pool for them to play around in this hot sun. Most importantly, a staff who loves your pet like you do. For the pickiest pet parent, there is only one choice. The one that checks all the boxes. It's Pet Paradise. Find out more for yourself and locations near you at petparadise.com.
Oh, how great it would feel to have your 20-year-old knees, shoulders, hips, and back.
You know, you don't think about your pains when you're in your 20s or 30s, but you wish you could get that body back when you're in your 60s. I think QC did that for me.
For Patrick, it started with a simple phone call to QC Kinetics.
One day I was driving and I just heard the radio and I pulled over and took the number and I called them when I got home.
Maybe that's you and you're listening right now. Why wait? QC Kinetics Regenerative Treatments uses your body's own natural biologics to heal and restore damaged tissue without invasive surgery or harmful drugs. And as for the results,
my knees are as good as they were when I was in my 20s. I'm really happy with what happened.
For Patrick, it's like QC Kinetics turned back the clock. Now it's your turn. Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Are you a business owner looking to grow, sell, acquire, or even go public with your company? Need help to find funding or business partners? Otterson Wealth Advisors will evaluate your company and provide the guidance that's right for you and your business needs. Maybe you're ready for retirement and need a succession plan for your business. Let Otterson Wealth Advisors guide you through the process. Visit OttersonAdvisors.com. Otterson Wealth Advisors, your goals, our expertise. Raymond James Associates, Inc., member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
Hey Jags fans, Renewal by Andersen is a proud partner with your favorite team, and they bring that same commitment to excellence to your home's windows and doors. With their advanced Fibrex material and energy-efficient glass options, their windows and doors are the perfect choice for your next home improvement project. Let them help you bring more light and life into your home. Schedule a complimentary consultation today. Renewal by Andersen, the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. License number CGC 1527613.
Toilet or shower not draining? Water bill high? So many issues you want to cry? Call Mr. Rooter of Jacksonville. Have your number 2 business serviced by your number 1 plumber. Let us do your dirty work. Call us today.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Malfunctions in your electrical panel can lead to hazards like fire or power outages, leaving your home at risk. So leave it to the pros and Mr. Sparky.
888-8 Your on-time electrician, Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
Make sure your home is protected this hurricane season by scheduling a complimentary roof inspection with Universal Roof and Contracting. And right now, get 10% off roof replacement and repairs. The first 50 callers will save an additional $500 on a full roof replacement. And this offer expires September 30th, and restrictions apply. Universal Roof and Contracting, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. License number CCC 1330747, CVC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
The season is in full swing, and the Jaguars aren't slowing down.
That's a pick six! Touchdown, Jacksonville!
Get down to Everbank Stadium for a classic AFC South showdown when your Jacksonville Jaguars go head-to-head with division rival, the Houston Texans. Tickets are still available for this matchup September 24th, but not for long. Get your seats now by calling 904-633-2000 or visit us online at jaguars.com/tickets.
Who holds the record for the most consecutive field goals made in the NBA? The answer next.
Having the right homeowner's policy protection means you're staying on top of your most valuable possession, your home. For information on finding an agent, go to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Over a 4-game stretch in 1967, Wilt Chamberlain made 35 consecutive field goals.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Southern Oak Insurance. Gator running back Trevor Etienne had a big game Saturday night against Tennessee, running and catching the ball.
Like we said, you want to be an every play back, so you have to be able to catch the ball, and that's just something we work on daily.
Florida Gators received plenty of votes from the Associated Press after their upset over the Tennessee Volunteers at home. Florida cracked the list of top teams in the nation and landed at number 25 in the AP poll. The Gators played well on both sides of the football on their way to the 29-16 victory. The San Jose Ladies Golf Association is sponsoring the 60th playing of the SJLGA Invitational, September 20th and 21st. The longest-running Ladies Invitational in Northeast Florida is open to any female amateur with a valid handicap of 36 or better. For more information, call 733-1511. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it. Yada, hada, ha. Yes, sir.
Wasn't supposed to go down like that.
It's just disappointing.
Here's to the game that we blew.
Chiefs took it through and through.
Nick doesn't know the song, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Everybody fell sometimes. Everybody fell someday.
Me and Chris Jones. Chris Jones.
Not the same song. Not the song at all.
That's freelancing.
Freestyling is, I think, what it's called.
I know, it's like freelance.
What's so disappointing?
Yeah.
Is that it's like there's this new food out, and everybody says, and everybody's had a little
Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Yeah, and everybody's had a little taste. Now you got to get this. It's so good. It's so good. And so a lot of new customers decided, I'm going to go try this wonderful piece of food. And they go to get the food yesterday, And they're like, what were you talking about? That was yucky.
Right?
That was gross. I would have rather lost 37-33 in a shootout and, because it was brutal out there yesterday. Hats off to all you fans who went.
It was full, too.
It was hot. Peeps were – I talked to some JSO boys. Peeps were dropping like flies. Over 100 had to be treated for heat exhaustion.
Shout out to JFRD because
they were working. Listen, when it's that hot and you get up in age, you're not meant to be out there for about 7-8 hours, man.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a long day.
It was.
Here's what I also don't like, too, now.
Then you watch a game that was, quite frankly, boring.
It was boring. Here is what's happened to me, too, now, right? Like, it's not the same day. It's not the good old days of the Jaguars Park. I mean, times change and traffic patterns change, but it's about an hour longer now than it used to be, and that's fine. That's part of game day. But for me, see, I'm a late service guy when it comes to getting churched up.
Mm-hmm.
In the old days, I could go to the 10:30. I could get out at 11:45. I'd be in the press box, no problem. I can't do that anymore. So now I got to go early, Dan, 9 a.m. So I'm up early and then 9 a.m. and then 14-hour game day getting in and out of the stadium.
It's a full deal.
Yeah,
we need better is what we're telling you, Jaguars.
We need a win.
We need more than that.
And it's worth it.
I need a lot more. That wasn't good enough. I'm not over the edge crazy. It's week 2. I get it. It's a measuring stick game, but we failed. We need better than that, man. And everybody's accountable. Every single person. Coaches, players, except the defense, really. In the end, they held them to 17 points. They've done it 2 weeks in a row. This offense right now stinks.
Yeah, well, they're not. They don't look like a top 5 offense. Trevor doesn't look like a top 5 quarterback. The only thing I'll say, though, I'm going to say this, because we get on the natties.
Yeah.
We get on and what they say. Yeah. They were right. Mm-hmm. And we may have the worst offensive line in the NFL, Dan. It may be the worst in the league. Trevor, I think when Tony comes on the air today, he's going to tell you that Trevor Lawrence had about 2 plays all day where he could do what he's supposed to do.
Well, then he better apologize to me first, because I asked him last week. He told me how good good, but I disagree. They were fine in this, fine in that. No, they weren't.
No, I
saw signs last
terrible.
week, and they were worse this week.
They're terrible.
Now look, again, great lessons for Anton Harrison. The Chiefs, Steve Spagnuolo's got Super Bowl rings too. Their coaches outcoached our coaches.
Yeah,
and Steve Spagnuolo took Chris Jones and he put him right over Anton Harrison and said, "Just blow this rookie up," and Chris Jones did.
Yeah.
Oh, numerous times.
5 quarterback pressures, a sack and a half, and then also the play where he fumbled. I mean, he dominated.
But my worry is on the line part is that we're shying away from getting those receivers down the field because we know we can't protect long enough, and that would be a problem. We took one deep shot yesterday. I mean, deep shot. Kirk caught it for 45 yards. But and also, by the way, accountability. So it starts with the offensive line, but accountability on the receivers and Trevor too. The receivers, Calvin Ridley was no good yesterday. He had one nice catch. He dropped balls. He had his hands on balls in the end zone. Zay Jones could have toe dragged a touchdown. Trevor missed throws, though. Trevor was not good. That was the worst game he's had since I don't know when. It was just not good. Again, tip my cap to Spagnuolo, tip my cap to the Chiefs' defense. They played well. And I don't like people who say, I get a lot of, well, we beat ourselves. This Chiefs had something to do with it. They're the defending world champions. And you said it earlier in the break. We were talking, and you got the feeling. And the defense, I don't want to say anything bad about the defense, 17 points. But you got the feeling that the Chiefs, if they needed to score, were going to score.
It didn't matter. Yeah. That's why I want to take my chance at that touchdown there late. And
you're definitely right on one thing. And we all sat there and watched it. The ball is on the 1 yard line. If you want to do your cutesy play, do it on 2nd or 3rd down.
Let's run the ball.
Stick it up in there.
Yeah.
Stick it up in there. And Masterclass, y'all go crazy about Masterclass and all the job he's done. We got second.
Are you talking about Trent Baalke?
Yeah, we got 2nd and 3rd round picks who aren't contributed a lick through the first 2 games. Now, again, they're rookies. But Brenton Strange, we really like his blocking. I don't give a damn about his blocking. We don't block that good anyway. I'd like to see a 2nd round tight end when I saw the Laporta kid in Detroit get a touchdown yesterday. I see that Green Bay kid make plays.
Musgrave.
I'd like to see our rookie tight end contribute offensively. I'd like to see Tank Bigsby, who looks like he's now third-string running back.
Well, you just hit on the second and third, Dan, and so
although he did run after the ball on the ground yesterday.
But I will say that, but there's also this, Dan, and I understand you want to see Brenton Strange catch the ball. Ingram had a decent day, but
Yes, he did.
never mind. Utilize history. You said he's a great blocker, the best blocking tight end in the class, yada yada.
Yeah.
And you got a bulldozing running back that you got for one reason, short yardage, and here you are 4th and 1, and you can't use those two guys.
Yeah.
So never mind Brenton Strange, the pass catcher. It's 4th and 1 where he should be the most valuable. And so I really hated that play call sequence. That lost the game. You went from 1st and goal at the 1 to the 4.
You got a great PI.
It's dumb.
You're on the 1.
Yeah, just
pounded
dumb.
up in there
4 times, man.
Yeah. I mean, if you can't score, then as my dad once said to me, I don't keep many things from my dad about football in my memory banks, but this one thing always stood out to me. Daniel, if you can't make a foot up the middle, you don't deserve to win
That's
anyway.
fair, too. I will say, let me give Jags fans some comfort.
There's comfort.
No. This is not football related.
Oh.
It has nothing to do with comfort with the football team or how many wins they'll have or not. But I will say this. The TV cameras are set up on the west side of the
they're all
stands.
mad about the Chiefs
There
fans.
weren't that many. It was like
by the way,
70-30 Jaguars.
I don't judge that either, man. I listen.
But I'm just saying they think that it sold out. It was not.
No.
It wasn't. It was like righty 70-30 Jags. It wasn't some fit.
Like if you
maybe
compared
80-20.
if you compared it to that game in 2019
when the Chiefs were here,
Yeah.
they had 70% of the fans.
Yes.
So we did not let the Chiefs Nation overtake the stadium. Like I said, on that side of the stadium in the lower bowl, they had ball, but that's maybe 5,000-6,000 seats or fans.
I would agree with
outside of that, they were just very scattered. It was definitely much more pro. And I think the days of Jag fans selling his seats to pay off his season tickets are going to end. But yesterday it was a healed plan, apparently.
It's a good move. Capitalism at its finest. Again, we kept our seats. We, my son went to the game. I know you guys went to. That's fine. But if you want to sell them, I'm not gonna criticize people who do that. They can do whatever they want to do. Again,
I really hated the 4th down call at the end of the half. We talked about that in the press box.
Yeah.
You're stifling them. It's 3-0. Punt. You got a Pro Bowl punter.
Yeah.
Punt. Pin them deep. Get the ball back again at the 50, and then you score it 6-0 or 10-0.
Yeah, instead it was 7-3. Now, to his credit, with 27 seconds to go,
it was aggressive.
He went aggressive and got us a field goal back. So it was really only a 4-point swing, but for all intents and purposes, it was the game.
It was just one of those games, and it's being compared to, and Trevor did it, to last year's Houston Texans game. So before we go to much further, it's worth noting that, they played just like they did against the Texans last year and lost by about the same. I think the Texans, they lost by 7. Yesterday they lost by, 8?
Yeah.
Here's the difference. The Texans were the worst team in football.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs may be the best. So
Yeah.
when you play your throw up, can't do anything game.
But I will say this, Pros.
Yeah.
It's time to play a good football game.
Yeah.
We're 2 weeks in.
And I think we will.
They have it now. They won on the road, which is fine, but it wasn't like an impressive win, right? And so it's time now to go out and put one together in all phases.
Yeah.
Coach well, play well, offensively, defensively. C.J. Stroud did throw for 384 yards yesterday. I didn't see the game. I'm assuming some of it was junk.
Well, it was late when they fell down by a bunch.
Yeah, but he did throw for 384 yards, so he is capable. So, you know what? You got to go play a football game again on Sunday. You got to get it right. The locker room's angry. They're angry. I don't give a darn.
We're disappointed.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man.
Sure.
And listen, there's another thing. Mike Caldwell, shout out. You shut down Kelsey. One play, you took your eyes off him, and he shook loose for a tutty. But other than that, he had 4 catches for 20 yards.
But he did have the touchdown, and that was I happened to be watching. It was classic nuanced, great play. It was like doesn't stand out.
No.
If you see the replay,
It's
all you see
Mahomes
is him
and
wide
Kelsey,
open.
yeah.
But he just kind of set. It was almost like a basketball move,
Yeah.
spinning, going back
Yeah.
door.
He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, boop, touchdown.
And Mahomes is the king at creating and buying time.
I will say this about the Caldwell defense. This is a question.
By the way, in Kansas City today, they're all complaining too about the offense because they haven't played well.
Right.
Offensively.
Here's this is a question I have for Tony when it comes to just our defensive scheme.
Uh-huh.
I watch a lot of NFL, as you do.
Yeah.
I feel like every NFL game I watch, every single one, each team has at least one play where they blitz and get to the quarterback almost unobstructed. Just one. It may not. I'm not saying they do it over and over, but each team, I don't care how bad they are and who they're playing against, they have at least one blitz dialed up where a guy comes, he's left wide open. We never do. I never see us just come untouched. And by the way, this drumbeat's going to get louder and louder and louder. Trayvon Walker's got to affect the football game, man.
Yeah.
He can't be Taven Bryan.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't affect the game, and it's getting old.
Yeah,
it's getting old, and it's going to hurt us. And then my last overreaction of the day, and Tony can talk me off the ledge, and I don't – this is a dangerous statement because I am not giving up on the season by any stretch. The Jaguars can't win a championship with this offensive line. It's going to have to get fixed. All these skill position players are around for the next few years.
Cam's coming back, so that's a good thing. We
Yeah.
need him, obviously.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. But it's
Well,
not
the
good.
I
Good
felt-
teams are going to dominate. Good defensive lines are going to throw us around,
Yeah.
man.
I got to tell you, and we'll wrap up this segment with this. From the Chiefs, I felt bad for old 74, man. I mean, the
Juwan.
NFL's ruined that poor kid.
Yeah,
the guy has
that
played
was
the
tough.
same
5
way
penalties yesterday,
for 5
bitch.
years, and they oh, you're out of alignment. Oh, you jumped early. 2 holds. I mean, they killed him, man. Andy Reid took him out in the middle of a drive.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I know. They're paying him $20 million.
Yeah, bitch.
$20 million to play right tackle over there. It was that was a rough day for Juwan. Juwan's a good kid, but I felt, look, I'm not looking for him to shut down our guys. But
No, he was bad yesterday.
I felt bad for him.
He was bad. He was a big reason why the Chiefs' offense couldn't get going every time they. By the way, no pressure, Trayvon Walker, but our guy Brian may have had a sack. I'm just saying, Taven may have had a sack yesterday for the Colts. They may be even on the year.
Our 1-to-1 financial poll question today: not panicking, but who's to blame for Sunday's loss to Kansas City? Porous O-line, receivers not open / drops. Trevor in the red zone where they were really bad. Bad coaching, Doug and Press.
I think a lot of those
700+ votes.
I think a lot of
at Dan
those.
Hicken, if you want
it's
to
going to
vote.
be easy to go with Trevor's failures in the red zone. I think that all relates off the very first one, which to me by a mile is the problem. The offensive line sucks the way they're playing right now. They're terrible.
Yeah, 35.7 like the porous offensive line. 29.7 say Trevor in the red zone. 29.3 said Doug Press.
Yeah.
Only 5.2. You're giving the receivers way too much.
I don't
here.
know, dude. Yeah,
Those guys were not getting open either, man.
no.
And Ridley was not good yesterday.
And I don't think they had the time to completely get open. The Chiefs' defense played good, man. They looked a lot better than I thought they were.
Yeah.
I mean, they did. They covered our guys, to your point.
They were good.
Because Jackson came really close to some sideline and some goal line plays, and the Chiefs had them measured up. So
All right, so we got a lot to do today. It's a busy Monday. A lot going on, obviously. A full day of the NFL. Had I done this show yesterday, I would have been screaming and dancing from the Sunday morning. But unfortunately,
And
we
I
don't
have a
do-
reminder for the
do a
Googans
Sunday
when
show.
we come back.
All right,
Just
good.
why we should be their trusted voice.
All right.
So more on that.
Lot to do.
Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
Now, Downtime with Dan, brought to you by Ameris Bank. Whether you need help with business, personal, or mortgage banking, we're with you. Ameris Bank is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Dan's nominee for the 2 most impressive teams in the NFL through Week 2. And again, keeping in mind it's only Week 2. From the National Football Conference, I'd like to nominate the Dallas Cowboys, who have done a New York 2-step. And Mike McCarthy says, I'll call the plays. And the defense is led by Micah. I'm not Lawrence Taylor, but gosh darn it, I play close to him, Parsons. And they've beaten New York 70-10 in 2 weeks. So that's my NFC nominee. And then my AFC nominee, and I would put them ahead of Dallas, and that's because the Miami Dolphins, yes, the Stinkfish, have gone on the road not once but twice. Hey, NFL, thanks for the home opener, and won 2 games. They only have 6 roadies left.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
At Ameris Bank, we're invested in the success of your business. Our local bankers are ready to help you improve your cash flow, optimize your operating accounts, and access financing when you need it. From treasury services and digital banking to loans and lines of credit, we offer tailored solutions to help your business thrive. At Ameris Bank, we're with you. Visit amerisbank.com/withyourbusiness or walk into one of our branches today to get started. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Hey, Hicken here. Are you tired of having your carpets professionally cleaned only to have them look dingy again? Zerorez can help. It's in the technology, man. Zerorez uses its patented ZR water. It cleans beautifully without using any soaps, detergents, or shampoos. That means there is zero residue, ZR, left behind. Right now, Zerorez is falling back in time for September. Get a room of carpet cleaned. Get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned for only $129, and we'll get that 4th room for you free. That's right, 4 rooms, $129. 4th room on me. Zerorez, man. Spell it forward, Zerorez, spell it back. It's the right way to clean.
E.T. here for the Aesthetic Center. Come on, guys. It's time to shed that dad bod and score sculpted abs in just 4 easy treatments of the M-Sculpt Neo with Dr. Rappaport. Each treatment is equal to 20,000 crunches, no downtime, and it's not invasive. No more hiding under them baggy shirts. Get ready to show off your six-pack like your boy on game day. Call 808-2455 to get started. That's 808-2455. Or book an appointment online at JacksonSteadyCenter.com.
Are you still feeling the heat this summer? Looking to keep your cool? Look no further than Lloyd's Heating and Air. At Lloyd's Heating and Air, we're your go-to experts for all things HVAC. Whether you're building a new home, need a brand new AC installation, or just want to make sure your current system is running at peak performance, we've got you covered. Our skilled team specializes in new construction HVAC, making sure your home or business is comfortable from the moment you step inside. Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. CMC 1249834. Whether it's a large commercial project or a multifamily property, trust All Pro Roofing for exceptional craftsmanship and unparalleled customer service. We use only the finest materials, ensuring durability and long-lasting results. Plus, All Pro Roofing now has a full siding and windows division. That's right, All Pro Roofing is not just about roofs anymore. All Pro Roofing, now your trusted partner for commercial roofing, multifamily projects, exterior siding, and windows. AllProRoofingLLC.com.
License number CCC 1327056.
CDC 060138.
If you can't get enough college football, get ready for the games with the Bueller Air Conditioning Saturday Kickoff.
It's your local Saturday morning college football pregame show with me, Matt Hayes, Shannon Snell.
Brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue on 1010XL.
Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, and happy to report that Dandy has some brand new goodies, and they're only available at select Gate stores around town. 5 delicious new breakfast items to start your day off right. Fresh buttermilk biscuits, flaky croissants, French toast, maple waffles, all matched up with country sausage, ham, or bacon, fried eggs, and cheddar cheese. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so go out and make yours a dandy just a little bit earlier tomorrow.
Got that hometown flavor creeping up on you, yeah.
Ackerman Urology is now servicing the Beaches community. If you have elevated PSA, prostate, bladder, or kidney issues, plan to see the experts at Ackerman Urology right away at the new location on Atlantic and Hodges Boulevard.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods, and I'm proud to say that Underwoods is the longest-standing member of the American Gym Society in the state of Florida. That's important because the American Gym Society promotes professionalism inside the business, and most important because of how it protects the customer. Gemstones are like most things, and you have to have the knowledge about them before you can tell the truth about them. That's where the American Gym Society fits in. They're the organization that certifies gemologists and registered jewelers and certifies sales associates with professional titles. Then, to ensure that we stay up to date with these gemological advances, we re-win our titles by passing a written test every year. And now I'm proud to say Underwoods has the largest credentialed American Gem Society staff east of the Mississippi River. So if you're interested in diamonds and jewelry and want real professional help, stop by Underwoods.
Underwood Jewelers in San Marco, in Avondale, and at the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Yo, it's your main man, player partner ET here. And if you're a veteran or a rookie, you can bet with MyBookie. We're in full swing now for football, so check out the updated lines at MyBookie.com and get your bets in to win straight cash, homie. The first 2 legs of your parlay hit? Cash out early and use the funds on another bet, or let that thing ride out at a chance to a bigger bag. Join the MyBookie family for an entire season filled with odds boosts, free bets, and super contests. This is the best time of the year to get in, so get your bets in and start football season off as a winner. To get started, go to mybookie.ag now and register for a free account. When you're ready to make that first deposit, just use promo code 1010XL to grab that welcome bonus on the house. That promo code again is 1010XL to claim your deposit bonus. And for a limited time, get you a free trip in the MyBookie casino. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Right now, Zero Res is falling back in time for September. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129, and they'll clean a 4th room for free. Their 4th room on me. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. 1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
Oh, I'll give you a stat, one that should infuriate you. The Jaguars scored 6 points on 5 possessions past midfield in the first half. Yeah, 5 times they went on the other side of the 50, and they got 6 points. They scored 6 points on 3 red zone possessions. They scored 3 points off 3 turnovers. You add all those up, and that's a bad day at the office for an offense. And that's your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power. In search of a forklift renter, Lift Power has more than 900 machines in its rental inventory. Diverse fleet of indoor and outdoor forklifts ranging from 3 to 10,000 pounds from top-name brands. Listen, Lift Power customizes, delivers, and services all forklifts to meet each customer's needs. Contact Lift Power today at liftpower.com/contact to learn more.
The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by J-Dog Junk Removal, veteran owned and operated.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1010XL.
Hit it.
I had a couple of small wins this weekend. We'll get to those in just a second. But I'm sure people tune to the drill for a variety of reasons, Dan.
Okay.
Either for the entertainment, or for the, forget about life's real struggles. I would like to think that, they can trust us, and I think that's been documented. When we steer you in a direction, we're steering you the right way. I mean, we are trusted, mature voices about sports and the teams that people love.
Watch the mature stuff.
Well, and so I hope you remember, right, when the world around you was crumbling and you were really gripping over your favorite team, that we've been consistent. We've said it all along. Just give Billy Napier some time. He's got it figured out. This dude, Billy Napier, so far stinks. Through 13 games, Billy Napier is the worst freaking coach that I've ever seen on a Gator sideline.
And it's not that hard, and I'm not a coach, but I could do better than him. You're 2 scores down, idiot. You can't do that.
I've never seen a more poorly coached game in my life than Billy Napier debuting his Florida Gators on national TV in the Kickoff Classic. He embarrassed the entire state of Florida with his ineptitude. From the beginning, Billy Napier isn't qualified to coach Trinity freaking Christian.
Oh, dear.
He is a dolt.
Oh.
Y'all need to eat a Snickers.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Oh, boy.
So like I said, when we bring it to you, trust us.
Trust.
It's never an emotional overreaction.
Never.
We said Billy Napier was brought in for the long haul. Let the man grow.
I think Swamp Ass King was in there somewhere.
Yeah, I did too. I missed that.
Let him execute his plan. Let him trust the process, Gator Nation.
Sure. Good for Billy to get more street cred on that than us and our viral take.
Well, he deserves some love today.
He coached well, they played well, and they were ready for the game more than Tennessee was.
Yep.
And it was nothing fluky. They didn't win because something fluky happened.
No.
They beat them up on the lines of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And
Which was surprising.
Tennessee
came in with the most sacks in the country. The offensive line had been maligned at Florida.
No, they held
Bringing
up.
the center back certainly helped them. Etienne Jr. had a heck of a football game.
Trevor had a game like that yesterday. We would have won.
Yeah, so
or Travis. I should say.
I know. Travis
caught
and
your
Trevor.
disease.
I know. You will. Eventually, we all get it. Travis, Trevor, Trayvon. But it was electric night in the swamp, and good for the Gators, good for Gator Nation. It's been a long time since they got a win like that. You got to build off it. You got to keep going. I saw some video of Napier in the locker room after the celebration, and I was happy that he was excited and pumped up and showed a little emotion. And the young kid at D coordinator did a heck of a job. Listen, Tennessee is a toughie to figure out. And we had Knucklehead Grantham, running guys in and out, hands in the air, not knowing what to do. They were very, very buttoned up. They had one time where they had 12 guys on the field, and they got caught for it. They gambled on the 4th and 1. It paid off. They got the stop because the ref kicked the football, blah, blah, blah. So there was a lot of but it was really impressive win. Napes took the air out of the ball in the second half.
Which is fine.
Mertz, and also shout out to Shane Matthews. He took a lot of flack. He in our roundtable, he talked about Tennessee and they can't win in the swamp, and Joe Milton, blah, 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 and Mertz is better than people think. And you know what? And after
like
Utah, Shane took a beating, but you know what? He's right. He's right. And Mertz has played well. He's played good football. He's not – I think that the way Billy Napier plays – this is just my one opinion going forward – the way Billy Napier plays, he'll be better served with a quarterback who can run because if they got to run to set up the pass, that's what Florida does.
Yeah.
And if they can't run, they're in trouble. So if you have that quarterback who can run, that's going to help you a great deal.
It's just a much better starting point for the rest of this season than Utah seemed to be. And the SEC overall is down. This is not the same stranglehold. Georgia looks like a team, and they're very good. They're the best team, and they're still number one in the country.
Yeah.
But they don't look as unbeatable and invincible as they have in years past.
Alabama doesn't look good at all.
They're outside the top 10 for the first time in almost a decade.
Yeah.
I will say this about the FSU game. Great teams have these games every year.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make too much of it. FSU came out of sleep. BC jumped them. They took control of the game, and they went back to sleep. And
but they found a way to win.
It almost cost them, but it didn't. So, I mean, the top 5 teams, they all have games like this. They're usually in the conference on the road in a look ahead. It's a sleepy noon start against an overmatched squad. So I give FSU more credit for hanging on and winning the game than I do getting stressed by a bad team.
My only problem with FSU is I needed the points. I'm up 31-10.
Well,
I'm at midfield. I got the football.
That's the 5-packs talking.
I'm ready to arm chop my way to a 5-pack victory, and they screwed me again, which just deepens my hatred for the program. So
well, that'll happen.
Yeah. So other than that, but yeah, it's tough right now. If you said who's the best team in college football, I don't know. And if you stayed up late, you watched Deion, you might be getting some Deion fatigue.
I have it. I'm over the charm of Deion. I'm ready for him to start getting whacked a little bit.
I thought Deion has done a great job. They got Oregon, I think, coming up.
Yeah, next week. It's a big – and
by the way, there's an old quote. If Deion wants another, it's personal.
Yeah,
there's an old quote from Dan Lanning.
What's he won? What have they won?
Yeah, because they're leaving the conference and when they were leaving the conference, so he can play that and get personal again. I would just say this about Deion. He told Game Day to have the cameras rolling at the end of the game against Colorado State, right? And I suspect if the final score had been 52-10, it would have been worthwhile. But because the game was so close, it was definitely a different Deion at midfield. The reason Colorado is winning is not Deion, it's the kid.
It's the boys,
it's
man.
Shedeur.
Yeah.
Shedeur is, that kid is a really good quarterback, man, and he has made some great throws, and he brought them back. He had a 98-yard drive to win it. And I tip my cap to him. So he was good. But anyway, it's certainly a fun story to watch. But like I said, the media just fatigues me on it a little bit because it's like every single show. 60 minutes last night.
Oh yeah,
I know.
60 minutes.
I'm over. Whatever. That was good. It's a cute story.
But
I'm ready for
to
him to
his
get
credit,
humbled just a
if
little
you're Deion Sanders in 60 minutes and the game day, and then you show up, man. You're recruiting like crazy.
Here's
right
another
now.
thing too, though. Colorado State is terrible. That's a bad team that he played at home.
And that
That's
coach did a good job, too, by the way.
he did.
And their quarterback wasn't bad. Did you guys?
I watched. Yeah, I fell asleep, but I was
their
watching
quarterback
it till I
could
did.
sling it. So,
And like Jeff said back on Shador, the guys who really watch these quarterbacks, they miss the ball on Shador because if they're saying he's a Heisman candidate or he's that good, why weren't they saying this?
Correct. Yeah, you don't get credit now, Mel. This guy's been doing this for 3 years. You haven't looked at him. Now, Mel, I read as well. Well, he's improved. You were watching him at Jackson State. Sure you were.
Yeah, that's fair.
Listen, early in the year, panic is relative depending on where you are. I'm panicking, though, and I didn't I understand Doug Peterson yesterday when he said, listen, guys, it's just 2 weeks. I get it. If you're a coach, you got to say that. There are two dudes.
Now, in fairness, he said that after he had said,
I get it.
He was not happy, just because, but the constant, guys, it's week 2.
And I'm about to reference two coaches who also reacted when they were consistently asked that. But there are two things here. There are two 0-2 teams who should be panicked, whose coaches shouldn't, I hope, really believe that it's okay, this has happened before, we'll get this straightened out. Something's wrong in Cincinnati. Whether it's Joe Burrow's injury, whether it's their O-line, they're 0-2 in the division. The Bengals are not making the playoffs. They're not coming back from 0-2 this year. 0-2 itself is a very deadly number to try and come back from. 0-2 in the division, Hick, never happened. Teams who have started 0-2 with 2 division losses to start the year, there's 8 of them, none have made the playoffs.
That's trouble.
And then the other one is the Chargers have a dead man walking at coach.
Yeah.
He's terrible. You should have fired him after the Jacksonville game, and they are going to Charger it up all year long.
He lost his composure
because they keep asking him about Jacksonville.
Correct.
This is not about Jacksonville.
Yeah.
We left that.
Yeah.
No, okay, let me be a little meaner, Coach. Why didn't they fire you after that Jacksonville game?
Right.
You are the hangover from Jacksonville.
He threw out the 2 coordinators. And that's a good one. And I heard somebody suggest this, and this isn't a bad idea, by the way, because I've watched a little bits and pieces of the 2 LA games the last 2 weeks. I watched the Chargers-Dolphins, and I heard Dolphins fans screaming a lot louder than I heard Chargers fans. And then I had Rams-Niners both at SoFi Stadium.
Yeah.
Then I had Rams-Niners yesterday, and I heard the Niner fans cheering a lot louder.
That's because it was literally 80%
Correct.
Niner fans.
My point is this.
There's no local fans in
LA their outside fans go to the game, and the NFL doesn't care, but
it's a competitive
What if
disadvantage.
the Chargers, with all those stars, went and poached Prime from Colorado? You want they had stars at the Colorado game in Boulder.
All kind of stars.
Who would be out to watch the Chargers play if Prime was coaching those guys?
Let's get
I don't know. Again, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But
The Rock was at the Colorado
Correct.
game.
Can I say this, the one thing? I'm not saying they're a playoff team, but I feel a little bit better. The Rams have too many good, important positions in place to be terrible. They're not Cardinal bad. They're not winning 4 or 5 games. They already won at Seattle, and they gave San Francisco a game yesterday.
Yeah.
They're gonna win 7, 8 games.
Yeah.
There's enough there
okay.
to do that. But
as long as Stafford stays up.
Well, and they found this Nakula kid, God knows how or where, from BYU. It's
he's
unbelievable.
It might be the offense. He's taking Cooper Kupp's spot. And I wonder when Cooper Kupp comes back if they both have those numbers.
No, Cooper Kupp will have them, but this guy's certainly.
He's got 25 catches, right?
Point
in 2 weeks?
The point is they found him.
Yeah.
Credit to them. They found him. This guy's not a first-round pick.
He's
a rookie.
Is he the fantasy pickup right now?
You know
is
what?
Is he gone or no?
I'm sure he's gone.
He was drafted in most leagues.
He was he was?
Because of Cooper Kupp being injured.
Okay.
He was in mine, and in both of Mrs. P's leagues he was drafted.
He was drafted, okay.
So, Mrs. P is in more leagues than me, which is probably smart because I'm terrible.
You're 0-2?
I'm about to be, yeah. I was actually okay. I rallied, even though I got 0 from my receiving unit. Like, all 3 receivers, 0, 0, 0.
Wow.
Played Brandon Cooks. They deactivated him last minute.
Yeah.
Played Darnell Mooney. He got hurt.
Yeah.
And then I had one more who had a 0. I'm sorry. Ultimately, Cortland Sutton got me some junk late. But I was in decent shape. I was going to win. I was predicted to win. I'm playing against Raheem Mostert, who had like 30 points.
Went crazy.
Yeah, Mostert. I mean, that happens.
Do we have a prize pack?
Just happens.
We do.
What do we got?
We giving away lunch or dinner for 2 at Sonny's Barbecue, plus an entry for a chance to win a $500 gift certificate from Beard's Diamond at the Town Center.
I'll take that. All right, 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. to E. We'll keep it going. We'll turn back to the Jags, continue our discussion. It's all coming up right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Game day prep starts 5 hours before kickoff.
This is big-time ball season.
On the famous Automotive Tire and Quick Lube Kickoff Show. Live from Tailgaters Parking. Presented by Clearwater Irrigation and Gatorade Fast Twitch on 1010XL.
Did you know that many cooling companies are now part of big conglomerates with no connection to Northeast Florida? In the past, they have concentrated on heating and air conditioning, but after a buyout, many add plumbing and electrical services. This raises their overhead, and those costs are passed on to the consumer. It's a case where bigger isn't better, it's just more expensive. Not Mike Merritt's Heating and Air. Mike Merritt remains family-owned and operated. Merritt's focus has been the same for more than 30 years, keeping Northeast Florida comfortable, no matter what the weather. And there are no overtime or weekend surcharges. Mike Merritt's team does not work on commission. They repair only what needs repair and offer replacements only on what can't be fixed. And unlike at giant corporations where you can feel like just another number, with Mike Merritt, you'll feel like number one. Florida license CACO 50384.
Hey, Hickett here for Lockhart Construction. They're a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart's dad started the company years ago. Shane keeps it going strong. His guys are Jacksonville guys. They're from here, take care of people who live here. People like me. I needed some work done in my house, and I had Lockhart Construction come in, did such a great job, we used them again. And the next time we have a need, we call them. We know who to call. They're fast, they're friendly, they're affordable. They do a great job for us. They unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. No construction job too big or too small. If you have an idea, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction, 994-3865. 994-3865.
Are you searching for your next great ride? Then I've got great news for you. Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned has just announced an unbeatable inventory of over 500 used vehicles all in one place. I'm talking cars under $18K, over 200 SUVs, and more than 100 pickup trucks. Even better, right now, get no payments until January 2024. Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, or online at arlingtontoyota.com.
Visit arlingtontoyota.com/offer for full details.
At Golden Hammer Roofing and Gutters, you get the golden standard in roofing. They can do 99% of home roofs in just one day. No construction activities lingering around for an extended period, allowing you to resume your normal activities. Plus weather protection. You minimize the risk for rain or weather damage during the construction process. Call or visit to find out if they can do your roof in just one day.
Golden Hammer Roofing and Gutters.
Golden Hammer!
The golden standard in roofing.
Jacksonville is a great place to live. And if you love where you live, you should invest in it. That's why more and more people bank with One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union. We invest every penny back into North Florida, backing the very best small businesses, nonprofits, and of course the family home. Why put your money with some big out-of-state bank when you can invest in where you love to live? One-to-One Financial. We're your hometown credit union. Sign up today at one-to-one-fcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, Hicken here. Have you ever had your carpets professionally cleaned only to have them looking dingy again? Well, use the pros at Zero Res. They use patented ZR water that cleans beautifully, and that means there is zero residue left behind. Right now, Zero Res is falling back in time for September. I call it the Game Day Special. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $129, and they clean a 4th room free. That's right, 4th room on me. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. There are only 10 Friday nights in a high school football season. That's why every one counts. After the game, join Hacker and Andrew Gibson.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Friday Night Lights.
Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
Mike Dempsey for Tire Outlet. Ride in style with a brand new set of tires from my friends at Tire Outlet. We offer the best selection, best quality, and best prices so you can find the best tires for your vehicle. With over 40 years of experience at 15 locations across Florida, Tire Outlet is the brand you can trust with your vehicle's tires and much more. Hurry in for great deals on tires with our legendary price match guarantee. Our expert technicians are ready to do the maintenance and repairs to keep your vehicle performing its best. Tire Outlet, wholesale prices, premium service.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
When you choose J-Dog Junk Removal, you're not just hiring a junk removal service. You're investing in a company that believes in making a lasting impact on the lives of our veterans and our community. J-Dog is dedicated to giving back to our local veteran organizations. They have donated over $50,000 in materials and services, ensuring that these valuable organizations have the resources they need to support our veterans. J-Dog Junk Removal. Veteran-owned, veteran-operated.
Mike Dempsey here for Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em Fantasy game, a super fun way to play along as you watch your favorite players. The way it works, you pick higher or lower on 2 to 5 player stats, then watch to see if your picks hit. It's that easy. If you haven't tried out Pick'em, now's the perfect time. Football season's back, and to celebrate, Underdog announced their newest special that will be running all season long. It's called 100K Sundays. Every Sunday, Underdog's going to be giving $10,000 in cold hard cash to 10 winners who play Pick'em. You can take your chance by playing along every Sunday. 1 entry equals 1 ticket. Will you be one of the winners? Find out by making your picks this football season. In total, they're going to be giving away $2 million. That's a real number. $2 million just to people who are making picks. Try it out today by downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. You must be 18 or older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ncpgambling.org.
They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jax, so we gotta play like the experts we are. Now, who are we?
Roland Reach Plumbing!
Now that's what a winner sounds like.
Customers always win with Roland Reach Plumbing at plumberinjax.com.
Post-Game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
I'm Sam Nelson. With the loss to Kansas City, Jaguars tight end Evan Ingram reacted to the struggles on offense.
Everybody got to execute better as a whole unit.
The defense kept the Jags in the game in the 17-9 loss to Kansas City. Safety Andre Cisco says the defense got it partially right.
When I look at our plan to win the game, I think we held 87 down. I think we didn't take the big play away enough.
Head coach Doug Peterson explained the offensive struggles in the loss to Kansas City.
We were in too many second long and then turned into third long situations. You just can't put yourself as an offense, can't put yourself in those situations.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville.
This is your Jaguars Rewind, brought to you by Dream Finders Homes, your dream builder, building the American dream, one home at a time.
Yeah, and since 2014, Dream Finders has continued and sponsored the Jags, has been the only official home builder of the Jaguars. Turnovers a key yesterday, guys, especially in the first half. Jags didn't take advantage, but man, it's fun getting the ball away from the Kansas City Chiefs.
4-man front. Mahomes drops against it. Looking, still looking. Fires downfield. Too much time that time, and he's going to have. But the ball came out. The ball came out at the end of the play. And Jacksonville has it. Foye Oluokun jumped on top of it, and that's going to be a first down for Jacksonville at their own 48-yard line.
Prosser said this to me in the press box yesterday. That's why you keep Tim Jones on the roster. You keep Tim Jones on the roster for special teams plays like this one.
James retreats and fields it. Fumble. The ball on the ground, and the Jags have picked it up. Tim Jones fell on top of it. Jaguar football inside the 20-yard line.
Quality Build Homes. You can call your own. Step up your game. Visit DreamFindersHomes.com to find your home. You also said yesterday in the press box Why are they going for it on 4th and 5?
I didn't like that one at all.
And you mushed Chris Jones, and then
I was being sarcastic because he had been tearing us up.
Then he made the sack, and I got mad at you and blamed you for all that trouble.
That happens.
Cisco had an interception early, didn't come down with it, but he atoned later in the game. Cisco's picked off Mahomes twice in his career now.
Mahomes drops, looks, hit as he let it go. That ball's downfield. It is going to be picked off by Andre Cisco. A diving interception inside the 15, around the 13 of Jacksonville.
The problem is the Jags got the ball into Kansas City territory 5 times in the first half and only came away with 6 points. The Jags were up +2 in the turnover game.
I'll give you a bad one.
6 points.
Well, worse. They're
Worse?
3 for 12 on third downs. Would you like to know how many of those they actually gained the yardage themselves? They got 2 on penalties.
Oof.
They gained a third
One
down
time?
conversion with their own offense one time. And by the way, last week against Indy in the win, I believe 3 for 12 on third.
That's a problem.
It's a big problem, man. The red zone execution, the third down conversion, we got some execution issues, and I can't help but wonder or be afraid that it all boils down to the 5 up front who are doing, in my opinion, a terrible job.
Coach Dan Hicken, 1010XL, have you guys been practicing? Did you have movie day?
E.T., give me cut 6 again. We referenced this. It's important to hear from Doug Peterson. Now, look, this is a guy who last year pushed all the right buttons.
Right.
He sounded kind of silly when he said we can still be a playoff team after Kansas City. He sounded kind of out there when he said this isn't who we are.
Yeah.
And so after being repeatedly questioned about the magnitude of what just happened, he finally answered this way. And we haven't heard this little bit of edge from him very often. Here's Doug Peterson after repeated questions on just how devastating yesterday was.
It's week 2. I mean, my gosh. It's week 2. We're 1-1. We're in a great spot. You know, we lost to a good football team today. We didn't play great. Guys know that. Guys are going to rally. Guys are going to bounce back. We're going to be better next week. A lot of football ahead of us. That's the exciting part about it, you know. And those guys are ticked off in there. You know, they're mad.
So are we.
And they know it. And it's so early in this season that one game's not going to define who we are, and it's not going to define our season.
Good. I appreciate that, but doggone it, man. I'm tired of the Arrowhead Invitational every January, Pross. We got to stop the Arrowhead Invitational, and we had our opportunity yesterday, and you couldn't have asked for a better situation. You got them here.
Turnover battle.
You've got them in the swamp. You know, it's the again, shout out to you fans. It was brutal day. Brutal day. It was just, I mean, it was hot, man.
Yeah.
And the rains never came.
No.
Maybe if the rains came, it would have cooled things off.
I think not coming with probably ratcheted up the humidity a little bit.
Gosh, man, it was a warm day.
The crowd did their part. The play calling was suspect. Look, there's a lot that we can parse over. I liked one of the fourth down decisions. I didn't like the other. There's some that liked both. There's some that didn't like either. But at the end of the day, we have said this before, Dan. Did this same situation happen against Denver? Maybe. I've said this before. For the love of Pete, college football. I mean, coaches, both college and pro.
Mm-hmm.
First and goal at the 1. I don't care if you look uncreative. Run the stinking football.
Yeah.
Hit the guy. Tell your offensive line it's man time. Are you a bigger man than the guy across from you? And run the ball.
And here's what you can do, by the way, if you just are such a wide open offensive genius. Spread it out and run the ball. That's fine. Put out 4 wide, have a running back, and run it right up there.
Can I tell you a play? I just did the research. It's never been stopped in NFL history.
Yeah.
Or run the play action, roll out, let the tight end and the receiver both curl. One of them is open every single time. But if you don't get under center, then you can't use that. But to go in the shotgun and just roll out to the left and get stuff. It was like a freebie you gave them.
Too cutesy.
Gosh.
Since 2014, there have been only one official home builder of the Jags. It's Dreamfinders Homes. Quality build homes, speedy move-in process. Man, Dreamfinders in 20-plus communities in the best locations in Northeast Florida. Look, sounds good to me. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live, so get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for all your move-in-ready homes and step up your game. Breakfast with Pacelli coming up to kick off the 8 o'clock hour.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Wherever you go, there we are.
I know. I checked. online.
1010XL is on your smartphone and tablet. Download our free app for all devices and take us with you around Duval and around the world.
Yo. It's your main man, E.T. And if you're a veteran or a rookie, you can bet with MyBookie. We're in full swing right now for football season, so check the updated lines at MyBookie.com and get your bets in to win straight cash, homie. Make sure you take advantage of the brand new cash out system, giving you more options to bet and win all season long. First 2 legs of your parlay hit, cash out early and use the bread on another bet. Or let that thing ride out for a chance at a bigger bag. Join the MyBookie family for an entire season filled with odds boosts, free bets, and super contests. This is the best time of the year to get in on the action. So start the football season right now as a winner. To get started, go to mybookie.ag now and register for a free account. Just use promo code 1010XL to grab that welcome bonus on the house. Again, that promo code is 1010XL.com to claim your deposit bonus. And for a limited time, get you a free chip to use at the MyBookie Casino. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Whether it's a large commercial project or a multifamily property, trust All Pro Roofing for exceptional craftsmanship and unparalleled customer service. We use only the finest materials, ensuring durability and long-lasting results. Plus, All Pro Roofing now has a full siding and windows division. That's right, All Pro Roofing is not just about roofs anymore. All Pro Roofing, now your trusted partner for commercial roofing, multifamily projects, exterior siding, and windows. AllProRoofingLLC.com.
License number CCC 1327056.
CDC 060138. Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called the Vault. Enter today at jaguars.com/shadows. One winner a guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase to enter or win, must be 18 or older and a legal resident of Florida or Georgia. Promotion period 9/5/23 through 12/15/23. For official rules and complete details, visit jaguars.com. Sponsored by Jacksonville Jaguars, LLC.
Century Firearms, Jacksonville's newest and best gun store, is now open at San Jose and Mandron Road. With the best prices in Jacksonville, from hunting to shooting, we've got it all. We make buying guns easy. Century Firearms, San Jose and Mandron Road, online at jacksguns.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach, WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
Brackish Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, is the smoothest local vodka you can find. Made right here in Jacksonville, Florida, 100% from corn, Brackish Vodka is the local gluten-free choice. Brackish Vodka, for those that live life slightly salty, a proud partner of the Jaguars. Now you can enjoy Brackish Vodka and Jimmy Hula's in St. Augustine, 709 South Ponce de Leon Boulevard.
Hey, Matt Hayes here. Expert Automotive is now open at our brand new state-of-the-art facility on St. John's Bluff Road. As always, every repair comes with a lifetime service repair warranty. Come celebrate our grand reopening by getting a free AC inspection, $50 off any repair, $199 brake specials, and free diagnostics all month long. Call 374-3373 or visit us at our new location at 2190 St. John's Bluff Road. Expert Automotive. We never sell greed, only what you need.
If you've got bad shoulders, knees, elbows, got sprain, strain, or pain in your muscles, PRPrelief.com, PRPrelief.com, best priced PRPrelief.com.
Did you know that all graduates of Local 234's apprenticeship program are licensed journeymen? That means all plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC techs will have hundreds of hours of experience and have passed the Jacksonville City Licensed Journeyman exam. They're the best trained and safest skilled tradespeople in the industry. Don't leave yourself exposed to inadequate workmanship or even danger. Always hire a licensed journeyman. Local 234. Make the right connection. Equal opportunity employer.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by General RV. FSU head coach Mike Norvell says the team's tight win wasn't the result of looking ahead to Clemson and overlooking Boston College.
Plenty of distractions that are out there, and distractions will always be there. Okay, if we allow them to distract us, whether it's a score being up 21.
Florida State wasn't the only team to survive a scare over the weekend. Quite a few of the top 25 teams saw tight games on Saturday, resulting in some changes in the AP poll. Where the Texas Longhorns jumped FSU in the AP poll, the Noles are in at number 4. Florida State is still number 3 in the coaches poll, while Alabama fell out of the top 10 for the first time since 2015. The Georgia Bulldogs remain number 1. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 8:02 and it's 73 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. Let's ring up another guest on the All-Pro Roofing phone line.
Now Breakfast with Boselli
On 1010XL.
Brought to you by
Epstein & Robbins DUI Defense Firm and Mr. Rooter Plumbing of Jacksonville. Breakfast provided by Chick-fil-A.
As we fire up the All-Pro Roofing hotline and talk to Tony Boselli, Hall of Famer. If this
PFHOF.
I got to verify something that was sent to me via email this weekend, and if it is true, it's going to be a Shazam Spotlight for all time. That's coming up later in the program. I believe we call that a tease.
Okay.
So, anyway.
All right, let's
I want to know what it is.
Nice.
I'm gonna be listening.
I'll text you, Tony. That way we won't let the cat out of the bag.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, because I'm in Charlotte, so.
Oh, my goodness. He's always on the move. Why are you in you got the game tonight?
Monday night.
Look at you.
Yeah, well, there's 2 Monday nighters, so I'm doing the first one.
National guy.
Yeah, it was a little, what was it, 2:55, the alarm went off this morning.
Nice. Hey, I could have just called you and given you a wake-up call.
Now, are you, you're in the booth with, who are you in the booth with?
Oh, gosh.
Don't even know.
I do, but I can't think of it right now, and I'm not going to get it right.
Okay.
It's someone I've not met before because it's the extra game.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. So, listen, let's start with Chris Jones proved that training camp is overrated.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm glad he didn't go through training camp because he'd probably be in better shape, would have played more snaps.
Yeah.
Listen, there's certain players, great players, and Chris Jones is one of the best defensive tackles in all football. Him, Aaron Donald, and there's, doesn't go, after that, it's a drop-off.
Yeah.
But, so, yes, we knew that was going to be a tough matchup, but, boy, I did not see that. I mean, the offensive line was dominated.
Yeah.
And that's 2 weeks in a row, and I would say it was, again, much like Indy, Walker Little played well.
Mm-hmm.
He played well again this week. And the other 4, it was a struggle. And the rookie right tackle, boy.
He got a lesson. He got a good lesson. Boy.
Yeah, and I think, and what I hope is that he's going to learn from it because he didn't help himself at all with his sets, understanding where his help was going to come from. So you set to the help. It was not just physical. There was mental things, and I would argue it might even be more mental than physical. And I think he got beat early. I think he got in his head a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know that for a fact.
Yeah.
I watched the tape this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I've already watched 2 games this morning, so I'm way ahead of the.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, everyday person, but it was bad.
Yeah.
And I'll say this overall.
Mm-hmm.
This offensive line's got to pick it up. Otherwise,
we're in trouble.
This offense is going to struggle because Trevor was not great yesterday. He missed some opportunities. The receivers were not great. I don't think they won against man-to-man as much as we would have thought. And there was a couple drops. There was a couple drops. The Kirk drop on 3rd down was just huge late in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But there was opportunities, and we missed it. And I think from the start, Trevor got sped up. His his decision making because he didn't have time.
Tony, I went so far as to say, and how big of an overreaction is this? And I know things can change, and we can go back and cite other teams who really struggled in areas. And I remember the year that the Colts won the Super Bowl. They couldn't stop the run, and lo and behold, finally they did. But it almost looks to me, Tony, like this offense isn't good enough for us to exercise our ultimate goals this year. That we're not winning the championship with this offensive line. Is that way too premature and overstated?
I think it's premature, and I think it is overstated. But the way they're playing right now, I think you're accurate.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No.
I don't think. I mean, it's a long season, and the tendency is to overact early, always one way or another.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think the rookie's a good football player. I mean, I watched him camp. I think he's good. I think he didn't play very well. I don't think he mentally helped himself. I think his technique was poor. But do I think he's a good player? Yes, I do. Sheriff struggled. You know, how much of that is the ankle?
Right.
He struggled last week too. You know, and then Fortner wasn't great, and neither was Barch. So, but there's plenty of blame to go around. But you know me, I think I'm the biggest fan of the offensive line, but also try to be honest because I think it starts and stops with the offensive line. If you can't control the line of scrimmage, and this is 2 weeks in a row we haven't controlled the line of scrimmage, we couldn't run the ball again.
How do you get better, Tone? I mean, the guys are the guys.
Well, you got Robinson and Shatley. Is it too early, Tone, to start wondering? No, we know Robinson when he comes back, and by the way, didn't have a great preseason, but it was preseason. So, but is there Shatley a factor in this? Do we find a spot for him? Is that, or is it too early for that?
Yeah, it's too early for that. I mean, here's why I feel optimistic.
Okay.
They're very well coached.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Rogers is a heck of an offensive line coach.
Okay.
I do think they're a talented group, and maybe I'm, just drink the Kool-Aid there. But they have to play better. They have to play more physical. I didn't see any physicality out of it. They let in 2 weeks in a row. They've let the opposing front take it to them.
Yes. And
you just can't. I mean, that's a mindset at some level. It's just a mindset. Because I do think they're talented enough. I think they're, they don't, they had a great camp. They didn't forget how to play football. They played two really good defensive tackles last week, and Chris Jones is obviously one of the best players in football. But you got to do better than that.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to help yourself understand where your help's coming from. Understand what he wants to do. I mean, it was the same move almost every time he beat Anton Harrison with.
Yeah.
It was just constant. Like, okay, I understand what you're going to do. I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you grab my hand. I'm not going to let you power my upfield shoulder. Okay, I know I got help coming from the inside. I'm going to overset and make you go inside and allow Sheriff to earhole you. There's things that you can do. Listen, I get it. He's a young player.
Sure.
And he's playing against Chris Jones. And, you get out there in the first play, he bowls you and you get beat, no sack, but you feel it and you're like, oh, here we go. And it wasn't great. And, and no one was great on offense. I mean, if you're being honest, outside of probably Evan Ingram, who, played well.
Mm-hmm.
And Luke, Walker Little played well.
Mm-hmm. I have a question about the offensive line. Does it, and this is where it would start to notice to me, but I'm curious about your opinion. Does it affect the play calling? Like, in other words, we can't get the ball, we can't take shots, we can't get down the field because they can't pass protect long enough. So we got to go with a lot more short stuff and just get it out of there. Did you think that the offensive line's play affects the play calling?
Well, I know it does.
Okay, well, that's not good.
No. And, Press Taylor, I just love all the criticism on Twitter and different people. Oh, Press. Everyone forgets that he called the whole second half of the year last year. So, they weren't complaining when we came back and beat, the Ravens, the Cowboys, and the Chargers.
Mm-hmm. All play callers have dumb calls every single game all across the league.
I mean, Jeff, you're exactly right. I mean, no one calls it.
Like not running it up on the goal line and going up the middle and scoring the touchdown, but getting too cute and running out. But anyway,
I disagree with that. Yeah. I think Trevor misread it. It was his own read. Hand it off to him.
Yeah.
He scores.
Okay, well then that's on Trevor. Okay, that's on Trevor then.
This is his own read.
Yeah.
Well, how about this then? Hey, to Dan's point, I'm with more on Dan. That definitely changes things. How about let's take it out? Let's just run the freaking ball, Tony. Let's put a helmet under their chin in the I formation and hand it to the tailback.
Well, but Jeff,
rather than give a quarterback in his third year against a great defensive line, give him that option because that's what happens. He loses 4 yards.
Because he's your best player on the field. He's our franchise quarterback.
No,
you can't do that. How often has he pulled it and made a big play?
Okay, this is against. I hear you. Then I'm just saying. At the 1, I'm opposed to that. At the 50, okay. At the 1, I don't like it.
I disagree 100%. They
Okay.
ran that play very successfully. They ran it week 1.
Tony Baselli, the Hall of Fame offensive tackle, wouldn't have wanted Mark Brunell read optioning around the left end. He'd want Fred Taylor coming up his backside. That's what he would
Well,
want.
guess what? If he hands it off, that's what ETN's doing.
All right.
This is a different era of football.
I get it.
Now,
we might want to incorporate the era that the Eagles are using. It seems to work a little bit. We got a big, strong quarterback,
I was just going to go there.
Yeah.
If anything, do the tush push. I mean, that's almost unstoppable.
Yeah.
Just push him in.
Yeah.
Now,
We're getting pushed
Taylor
around,
might
so maybe you don't trust that either. Yeah.
Press Taylor might say, well, that's great, but did you watch our offensive line? They didn't get any movement.
Yeah.
And so, but it goes, and even when Trevor pulled it, there's 2 guys outside, throw it away. Second goal on the 1. You're outside the box. I don't care if there's no receiver over there. It doesn't matter. You're outside the tackle box and just throw it out of bounds.
Yeah. Now that's a great point. But but here's what I'm saying. As good as Trevor is, the best player he is, you've now given him 2 chances to screw up. One in keeping the ball, and the second in not throwing it away.
Jeff, you have to trust your guy.
I guess.
If he's the franchise quarterback, which I believe he is, and I think he's great.
Yeah.
You got to trust him.
We'll just disagree on that. I just don't like being in the shotgun. I don't like any of that at the 1 yard line. But again, you know more football than I do. I'm not arguing that.
Football today because 98% of the team.
No, not at the 1, Tony. They are not. 1% are. Well, not 99%. I watch the games, Tony. When they're at the 1 yard line, most of them are sneaking, and hardly any are in shotgun. I mean, there's a few, but hardly any in that specific situation.
I would have been fine with the sneak too.
Yeah,
Jeff.
I hear.
And I would have been fine.
I
I wasn't against the play though either because if he hands it off, ETN probably scored.
Could have got it out better too.
Tone, I thought Trevor had his worst game in a long time. I agree with you. I thought the receivers didn't help him. I thought Ridley was very average. He had one good catch. He got his hands on the ball in the end zone a couple times. I thought Zay Jones could have toe dragged that one in there and got a touchdown. I just thought that they didn't look like they were getting open. Now listen, Spagnuolo is a really good coach. The coach Reed Spagnuolo beat our guys. They out-coached our guys. So credit them as well. Well,
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Okay.
I agree with you.
I thought the DBs covered our receivers, though. Our guys were not getting open.
Yes and no. At times you're right.
Okay.
And they bracketed guys.
Or they dropped it.
they had good. I'm not taking anything away from Spag. He had a really good plan.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll go back. There's moments in this game that you have to make plays, and it changes the course of the game.
Yeah.
I'll go back to the first series.
Okay.
Get a couple first downs.
Yep.
There's a slant to Ridley. If Trevor puts it on him, it's a first down. He might split the defenders. Probably not, but he might.
Okay.
And it's a big play. That changes momentum. There's another play. If the tight ends, the Trevor's not getting just hammered.
Right.
It's a big crossing route to Christian Kirk. He's wide open. On the 4th down and 5, which I think they should have. I would have punted it.
Yeah, me too.
Right.
And pinned him deep, but that's
You're
fine.
talking about the first half 3-0.
Yeah.
3-0 game, and they went for it. They didn't get it, and Chiefs went down and scored. But go ahead.
In fairness, that's who Doug is. So you got to take the good with the bad, and it's worked a lot for us.
Right.
Christian Kirk is wide open. Now Trevor's getting a little pressure, but I've seen Trevor just shuffle one step and throw a bullet and make that play. He's open, wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Now there is pressure, no doubt about it. The offensive line didn't do great, but I've seen great quarterbacks, which I think Trevor is, can make that play, and I've seen Trevor do it before. That changes everything. You can just keep on going. There's a 3rd and 19 on the drive that they go score at the end of the half, the Chiefs. We missed 4 tackles, and set up 4th and 1. They go for it.
Right.
They're punting otherwise.
Right.
Like, those are huge plays that everyone wants to go to the sack, this, that, and the other.
Right.
Not that those are big plays, too.
Mm-hmm.
But those are either drive-extending plays.
Yeah.
or drive-ending plays.
Well, you got to play well to beat the world champions, obviously.
We didn't play well.
Right.
And frankly, we haven't played well offensively in 2 weeks.
Correct. They're not a top 5 offense for sure right now. That's
No, Dan. No.
You told me they were going to set scoring records, Tone.
Right now, I am wrong. Right now. And here's the funny thing. Everyone was still worried about defense.
Wait a minute. You promised me, Tone. You promised me.
I did. Dan, I'm wrong right now. And now the defense.
You rolling on that, E.T.?
Well, I'm rolling.
I'm wrong with you, Tony. I led you right down that path. So
yeah, no,
it's early. I still think they can be. They haven't played like it yet. But I did not realize that the national guys were right, and Tony Baselli, Hall of Famer, and Dan Hicken, esteemed companion, were wrong. And our O-line does suck. It's bottom 5 in the league. Period. And you can't play championship-winning football if that's the case. Now, can they get better? You say there's reason for optimism, but so far that's what it's been to me.
Right now, it's hard to argue.
Yeah. I mean, no, I hear you.
To me, it's the physicality. We're not playing physical.
Tone, you tell me football's it's a 53-man game, and every guy matters, and every guy's got to have his moments. Like Tim Jones had a nice moment yesterday, so that's good. I'm curious about second and third round picks, Tone. When are they going to start contributing? It looks like the third round pick's gone backwards. It looks like he's the third running back now after 1 week. And
we drafted him, by the way, for that first and goal at the 1, I thought.
Yeah, and the second round pick, I know you tell me, oh, Dan, he's a good blocker and blah, 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 but I'd like to see some, I'm watching like Laporta in Detroit and Musgrave in Green Bay and some of these young tight ends make plays. I'd like a catch or two, Tone.
Yeah, I get
early.
It,
it's too early. I'm overreacting Monday.
I think you're a little early.
Okay.
Making a judgment about rookies. I don't want to remind you the best running back in the history of this franchise did nothing for the first 2 weeks, and it wasn't until we had an injury to James Stewart that even anyone cared about Fred Taylor playing.
Baltimore wasn't until late third game, something like that.
That was the second year, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it was the first year.
All right.
Second game, third game of the year.
Okay.
James Stewart, the first 2 games had over 100 yards. I think at 120, 130 each game.
Okay, that's fair.
Hurts his knee, and Fred comes in. The rest is history.
He was pretty good.
Freaking exploded.
And by the way, remember in camp he could beat out James Stewart. And now James is a very good player.
Baselli says Bigsby due to explode week 3 against Houston.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you're too early.
Okay.
And don't forget, is when you talk about Strange, the tight end, there's not a lot of stuff designed for him.
Right.
Because Evan Ingram is the number 1 tight end.
Great effort on the sideline by Evan Ingram to get a first down yesterday. He played hard. I like that.
He's such a good player.
He is. I like Evan Ingram. Ingram.
He's such a good player.
Yeah.
And but we didn't make plays. And I'm going to listen. To me, it was the offensive line first and foremost.
Right.
And second, Trevor. Trevor's and I only say Trevor because he's our best player. So when you're the franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a C game.
He had a stinker.
He had a C game.
I haven't seen a stinker from him in a while.
As the Chiefs, you have to put your team on your back. And when your offensive line is struggling, you go move around, you make plays.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's just there were opportunities.
Yeah, he had to hit the ones that he had because he didn't have as many as normal. Like his fraction had to be higher, his percentage.
He was just off, and so yeah.
And I think he knows that. He admitted as much. They said it's just disappointing. You pointed all year. We laid an egg. That's what the team said. That's all you can do. You go to the next one.
And you know what?
He said it was embarrassing.
Yeah,
quite honestly.
And here's the thing. It stinks. Sunday can't come fast enough, but it's early,
right?
And this was, my concern going into this week. I knew it was going to be a tight game, and it was. It was back and forth, one possession.
Mm-hmm.
That if you won, everyone's going to freak out and think, "Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl."
Sure.
And if you lost, the sky is
doom
falling.
and gloom. Yeah.
And the reality is, it's week 2.
Okay. Well, here's a bright spot, Tone.
1-1.
Yeah. Here's a bright. Yeah.
Go beat Houston.
Yeah. Here's a bright spot. The offense has been disappointing, but the defense much better than anticipated. 17 points to the Chiefs, and you got to give them a solid grade there, a solid grade the week before. Look, again, it's hard to get to Mahomes. He's so slippery, and so there's nobody better at extending plays than that guy. But they had a game plan on Kelsey, and it worked. They frustrated him. He got penalties. They took their eyes off him on that one touchdown, but other than that, I thought they did a great job on him.
Yeah, no, I think they did. I said, listen, tip your hat to the defense. 2 weeks in a row, they've played good football.
Mm-hmm.
Now I worry, our pass rush still is just.
Oh yeah, your prediction took a hit yesterday, and I think Josh Allen's hurt. I would be surprised if he played this week.
Someone with a shoulder.
Yeah,
he
it did not look good in the locker room, and I'm concerned about Josh Allen missing a few weeks. And if that is the case, woo.
There just was, here's what we are on defense, and I give them credit.
Mm-hmm.
We are sound. We play fast. We play hard.
Mm-hmm.
We're not really disruptive up front.
And we drafted a guy number 1 overall who is invisible, 75% of the games. It's just killing us, man. We need some production there.
I'll tell you who's good, though, man. That Andre Cisco's good. God, he's a good player.
That's good to hear.
No, it would have been great. I mean, he dropped. That's a pick six.
Yeah. I think he was thinking that too. I think that's why he
didn't
forgot
quite go
to
up
secure
high.
the ball.
He didn't quite go up high enough. I think it sailed on him a little bit, and he didn't get the middle of the ball like I thought he thought he was going to.
Those are the plays you have to make.
For sure,
right.
For sure, it changes the game.
To beat the Chiefs,
it changes the game.
Yeah.
You walk in, it's 7-0. The place is going crazy.
Yeah, we blew a great opportunity at home yesterday too, Tone. We blew a.
We didn't play well.
Yeah, and I mean we had
so frustrating. Yeah. It wasn't like the Chiefs played great.
No, they're complaining back there too today. They're like, what's wrong with our offense? We got 17, we got 20 against Detroit. What are we doing?
Yeah. No, well they don't because they have no one who scares you offensively. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no one on that offense that scares you outside of Kelsey, and Kelsey wasn't 100%.
Speaking to the defense, and they have played better, so I don't want to pick apart each one of them. Yeah. But, the new improved Devin Lloyd we haven't seen yet either, Tony.
Well, he had a lot of tackles yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah, he led the team in tackles.
I guess Tony, I had a question. I want to ask you this. And you have a game tonight, so maybe you could put my theory to test. Maybe I'm just kind of remembering this way and it's not the truth. But, Tony, I swear, every NFL game I watch, if I watch from start to finish, there is at least one time from either team that they draw up a blitz and a guy comes in almost untouched and sacks the quarterback. I swear I think it happens for every team, every game at least once. And we don't do that. Do we not blitz much? Are blitzes ineffective?
No, but we did. I mean, if you go back to the Indy, there was a couple times.
Okay.
We had we didn't blitz a lot yesterday because it's Mahomes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so I'm trying to. We barely blitzed at all.
I guess I'm just talking about a schemed up, easy one. You need one of those a game.
Trey Herndon came free a couple times off the nickel.
Yeah, and it just he didn't get the sack per se, but it affected the play.
Yeah, in fact, I wouldn't yesterday they didn't blitz. They played coverage, and tried to keep Mahomes in the pocket the best they could. So yeah, you go back to last year. I think Caldwell did some good stuff in the blitz game, and he did it week 1, but it was just a different game plan more than anything. But defense played winning football. At the end of the day, they got 2 turnovers, got 1 on special teams. We had short fields. The offense stunk. And when you're not physical and they beat us up. They really did.
Yeah.
They beat us up. We couldn't run the ball. I think we had, if I'm not mistaken, 48 yards from our running backs.
Yeah, we got pushed around. It's just that's the first line of defense. It's a gladiator battle, and our guys are getting beheaded in front of Caesar, and it's got to get better, right?
Back to the game of football, and it's different than when I played, no doubt about it. It's a more space game. It's more horizontal. It's more passing. All that stuff we talk about every week. But at the end of the day, you still got to block guys up front. If you get beat at the line of scrimmage, it's really hard to play offensive football. It's hard to call plays. Now, do I think that they could have done a little bit better? I wish they did late, but I would have been helping the rookie earlier. He was he really struggled.
Right, he did.
And
it was noticeable. I don't watch that stuff.
From the start,
it was noticeable.
First pass play.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no.
Oh, no.
Well, because what I was worried about is a young player.
Yeah.
And my criticism is because I think he's really good.
Right.
He's a young player, and I just saw him like, okay, don't let this get in your head. And
it did. Clearly.
Well, I think
he
did.
Yeah.
He never made an adjustment. He never did anything different. He never tried anything. And they didn't help him soon enough, in my opinion. So, yeah.
Hey, Tone, playing in Jacksonville, you played in a lot of warm games. Was there one that stands out as the hottest game you ever played in where you were, or maybe you were having, you felt,
I never had an issue with the heat. Ever.
Never? Okay. Because, gosh, I got a lot of respect for it was
boiling yesterday, bro.
You know when the hottest games I ever played was?
Chicago?
Nah, it was hot, but it didn't bother me.
Okay.
We played an early game in Tennessee when it was at Vanderbilt.
Yes, I was there.
Turf,
Yeah.
That turf was so. It was the old turf. It was that old hard turf.
Yeah.
It was so hot.
Yeah.
My feet were burning.
Yes.
God, that old. We complain about the field turf, and it's they need to go to grass. That's what the players want. But that old Astro turf, dude.
Man.
Oh my God!
It's like playing in the hallways here at 1010XL.
Or
It's like playing in the parking lot.
It
of
is.
asphalt.
You could walk on Florida Field back when they had AstroTurf in the summer,
you
and
could
it would
feel
burn your feet, like
literally.
Tony said.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what it was like
Yeah.
that day in Vandy. Another hot game I remember, and it didn't impact us. I loved it. 96 when we played the Steelers and they wilted. And we
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But it was. I feel like I almost think, can we do a referendum and just start building a new stadium right after this year? Because we need shade.
I know. Amen, bro. I mean, it's.
It was. You know what? And Dan, you know me. I got sideways with the fans. As a player, I'd say, suck it up, get out there. I don't care if it's raining. I've changed my tune.
I think as you get older, you do. I feel the same way.
I looked at those people
I
out
know.
there yesterday.
Tip of the cap.
I tipped my cap. God bless you. You guys are great people.
Yeah.
It was so. I talked to my wife, and
it was miserable.
And she's got Terra Suite, so she can go in the air conditioning.
Yeah.
And she said, but she likes watching. She's a football fan, so she
Uh-huh.
likes watching outside.
Uh-huh.
She said her dress. She said she was like she got in the pool. It was so
My
hot.
it was this hot. My kids are in the shaded side of the stadium and got sunburned. That's how hot it is.
It was hot,
Get
man.
sunburned in the shade yesterday.
I looked and I read some tweets at some point. They said, "Why it looks a little bit empty at some point."
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, because everyone's in the club.
Everybody at the hospital, maybe they might be in the hospital.
They treated more than 100 people for heat exhaustion.
So I would like to appeal to city council.
Just do it.
and,
Start it tomorrow.
And the mayor. Can we just negotiate a deal, approve it tomorrow, and start construction
January 9th.
with shade?
It's over.
With shade, please.
Yeah.
Just start it. Come on, we're gonna do it.
Tony,
let's stop playing around.
Amen.
Just do it.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Have a good call tonight, and we'll cue it
National
up
call.
again
Real
next
quick,
week.
hey Jeff.
Yeah.
I was watching the Panthers week 1, and they played your beloved Falcons.
All right.
That back.
Bijan. Yeah, he's the deal.
Holy
You should have
cow.
seen him yesterday, Tone. He's unbelievable. He takes 2-yard losses and makes them 7-yard.
Yes, they got that one right.
He is what they were telling us. He looks different, dude.
That's why you take a running back in the top 10.
He's him.
maybe.
He
Yeah.
looks like he's going to be the best running back in football by this time next year.
Well, he's good, and that Kyle Pitts is a good player. I don't.
That was a good win for Atlanta yesterday because it looks like they, scrambled back and barely won. They outgained them 460 to 230. I mean, they dominated them. It was just a series of, officiating and miscues and other things.
Great.
That's why
We
they're
play them in
behind.
2 weeks.
Yeah, and that game's not easy now.
Well, this is my point of saying this. Like, Texans are a young team, but it's a division game. And for whatever reason, we always play the damn Texans close, which is
But we need to play a good game, too.
So we need to play a good game
Yeah.
because a game that I thought would be easy, nothing's easy. But
Right.
going to London, I watched the Falcons on tape.
Yeah.
Now, the good news is I don't think that quarterback's very good.
Right.
He's not very accurate.
He was better yesterday, but to your
Was he
point, that's
better?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, they're more physical than they've been in the past up front. They got that Kyle Pitts is a heck of a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're great.
Drake
on
London's
defense.
good from your place.
Drake,
He's good.
Yeah, Drake London's good,
Yeah.
but they got some weapons, and that's not going to be.
The lines aren't bad. Their lines may be better than ours.
And they're
O-line, D-line.
watching them. I'll say this right now: watching them play, offense. I don't think their D-line's better. They don't create much pressure, but that offensive line, I give them credit. I was like, dang, I was not expecting watching that as I was prepping for the Panthers tonight. I'm like, okay. So maybe we have 2 hard games in London.
Yeah,
great.
And by the way, then I'm watching the Saints. Remember we said the NFC West, or South. We're
Right.
lucky. We got the South. They're all bad. Well, okay. I just watched the Falcons. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
The Saints, 2-0.
Baker Mayfield.
Bucks are 2-0.
Baker Mayfield's played great the first 2 weeks.
Played better. Yeah, he was great yesterday.
I mean, I'm watching these teams. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, I know. It's amazing.
Damn the NFL.
Yeah.
What
All right,
happened to
Tom.
their easy schedule?
Well,
Yeah.
All right, my brother. Have a good week.
See you
We'll talk to you
guys.
next week.
Thanks,
There he goes. That's the Hall of Famer, Tony Vaselli. As always, guest on the drill up here on the All Pro Roofing Hotline. I'm going to have a little fun with numbers. It's not necessarily pop quiz, but the NFL season is early. There are some surprising statistical leaders, or at least like those guys that have gravitated toward the top 5. So a little
Plus
fun
a
with that.
shout out to an ownership group that just won't say no. Congrats to them. We'll have that story when we come back as well here on the
I'm
Drill.
intrigued.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
They'll wear the helmets.
They should be fun to watch.
It's up to you if you want to wear the heels.
Helmets and Heels with Lauren, Taylor, and Mia. Driven by Tire Outlet.
And presented by Underwood Jewelers.
And First Coast Lighting and Fans. Tuesday nights at 6 on 1010XL.
At Hodges Mazda, drive away today in a brand new 2023 Mazda CX-5 with an impressive list of standard technology and safety features. Lauren Brooks here. Lease the critically acclaimed 2023 Mazda CX-5 for only $349 a month. Plus, all vehicle purchases come with 2 years free maintenance. The sales staff works on salary, not commission, allowing Hodges Mazda to put your best interest first. That's the Hodges Mazda difference. Visit Hodges Mazda today or online at HodgesMazda.com. See dealer for details. $3,000 due at lease signing. Terms and fees for qualified lessees. 36-month lease expires October 2nd, 2023.
Hey, we're certainly facing interesting economic times. Listen, for me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Look, I'm a rube when it comes to the economy. I don't know what I'm doing. That's why I got guys I trust. And as I move closer to retirement, I watch my money grow. And that's because of Reed Wingate, Dan Abel. That's because of Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright. And think about this, from Junie Bug, mom, to Drew, my son, 3 generations of Hickens invest with our friends at ITP Partners. And listen, they listen to you, and they give you individualized strategies where your goals become their priority. So get in the game, guys. ITP Partners is always there to help. If you have any financial questions, man, give Chris a call. No pressure. He'll call you back. He'll answer your questions. Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 904-312-9751, 312-9751. ITP Partners, my financial partners for life.
Hey, sports fans, it's Hayes Carline for QC Kinetics. And look, I can't make it any simpler. QC Kinetics can change your life. You can live again without that chronic joint pain and without drugs or surgery. You've got to reach out for a free consultation at 904-274-5522 and make an appointment at one of their branches, Mandarin or Ponte Vedra. QC Kinetics is advanced regenerative medicine. They take your body's own concentrated healing properties and put them right into your joint to restore and repair that damaged tissue that's causing all of that horrible pain. The patient satisfaction reports are astonishing. Finally, there is a real alternative to the old ways of dealing with pain. And unlike surgery, there's no downtime with QC treatments. If you have constant pain in your knees, hips, shoulder, or back, you need to call and get a free consultation from the medical professionals at QC Kinetics. 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522.
Taylor Dahl here for Renewal by Anderson. Are you ready to upgrade your home? Experience the winning combination of style and performance. For a limited time, buy one window or patio door, get one 40% off. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. Offer expires September 30th. Restrictions apply. Renewal by Anderson, proud to be the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com. License number CGC 1527613.
The United Auto Workers Union strike will not affect your vehicle purchase. Hicken here at the Nimnick family of dealerships. We understand that you may have concerns about the recent UAW strike. We want to assure you that this will not impact your ability to purchase vehicles from Nimnick. In fact, we're proud to announce we currently have the strongest inventory levels in years. What sets Nimnick apart, is unwavering commitment to our customers. We will never use external factors like strikes as an excuse to raise our prices. With our BPG, the best price guarantee, most of our vehicles are consistently priced at or below MSRP, including some of the most sought-after models. Your satisfaction and peace of mind, the top priority. We are here to serve you, answer your questions, and ensure that you have a seamless and enjoyable car buying experience. Our dedicated team is ready to assist you every step of the way. Any questions or need assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to Nimnick. Your satisfaction is our success. Nimnick family of dealerships. They're your friends in the car business since 1941.
Clearwater. John, I can't even mow my side yard. It's so soggy. Man, my builder sucks.
Brent, calm down.
This is a common problem in neighborhoods where houses are built too close together. You need gutters and a properly installed French drain that will soak up subsurface water. We can completely dry it up.
So I can take my builder off my speed dial now, huh?
Yeah, we got you, buddy. Let that builder bitterness go.
Clearwater Irrigation and Drainage too.
For the past 5 years in Jacksonville, J-Dog Junk Removal has been on a mission to put veterans back to work. They have successfully helped over 40 veterans find meaningful employment, and they're not stopping there. Their goal is to reach an astounding 75 veterans employed by the year 2025, all in our local community. J-Dog Junk Removal, veteran-owned, veteran-operated.
Follow the Noles climb back to ACC prominence.
Listen for the latest news and notes on the Noles every week on the Seminole Report.
Brought to you by your local Ag Pro, your home team on 1010XL.
Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying. They can also signal a major problem or electrical emergency. So leave it to the pros and Mr. Sparky.
8 Sparky.
Your on-time electrician, Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
Yo, yo, yo! Are you looking for the lowest price on car insurance? ET here for Australia Car Insurance. Call 1-800-CAR-INSURANCE today. Australia is your quick and easy alternative to pay less for car insurance. Switch and save money. Call 1-800-CAR-INSURANCE today.
Are you an experienced automotive technician and tired of working for employers who put profit over people? Then come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road and get trained on how to diagnose and rebuild today's complex transmissions. See how we're different. Get traction on your career and come to Action.
Equal opportunity employer.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and I said yes to Yass, Dr. Mitchell Yass, and the Yass Method. Now, I know you've probably tried medications, treatments, injections, even surgery. Maybe the reason you're still in pain is because they're treating the wrong thing and not addressing the root causes. Well, I know from personal experience, this does happen. But I found the best-kept secret in pain elimination, Dr. Yass and the Yass Method. Call him today, 904-906-YASS, and say yes to Yass.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Hear that? That's the sound of the grill in summertime. That is a clean grill by Grill SOS. Backyard barbecue season is here. Let the 5-star rated pros at Grill SOS deep clean your barbecue grill. Book now at grillsos.com.
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, I did the plumbing for that. That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing summer specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit beechurstplumbing.com. BETROS plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Here's what we are on defense, and I give them credit. We are sound, we play fast, we play hard. We're not really disruptive up front.
Well, and it's both sides too. I would give the O-line more. The D-line, for what it's worth, is part of a unit that is playing as good as you expected, and the offense isn't to this point. And so that's
you're not going to sack Mahomes. We got one sack yesterday. Kayvon Chase on his fourth sack in 4 years, so that should be about it. But Trayvon did get a couple holds on Jawan Taylor, and Josh Allen was the reason why Mahomes threw the pick. So and those few snaps, they did apply pressure.
I got a little fun with numbers comparison here. I'm just going to bounce around a couple. First we'll go
fun with numbers. Can I have some fun with numbers and music, please?
Yeah, something fresh, something new, something never heard before.
Something really catchy.
And here comes the Friday Five Package. Who am I?
Who am I?
I am fourth in the NFL in passing yards with 626, averaging over 300 a game.
Okay.
I have completed 64% of my passes with 2 touchdowns and no picks. Who am I? Number 4 in the NFL in passing yards, over 300 a game.
Okay.
I've completed 64% of my passes with 2 touchdowns and no picks. Who am I? Who am I?
It's not Tua.
Tua leads the league in passing yards with 715, just ahead of Kirk Cousins, by the way, who the Vikings are struggling. Cousins is not the highest rated passer in the league.
How about Stafford?
He's just better than that. No, I'm C.J. Stroud.
Oh, yeah, 384 yesterday.
But even still, he had 240, so 626 throwing, 64% completion, 2 touchdowns, no picks, passer rating 91.2.
I like that.
Yeah, kind of interesting, no?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
certainly our eyebrow raiser, right?
Okay.
But they are 0-2.
They are, yeah.
They lost to the Chew yesterday, by the way.
Who am I?
Uh-huh.
I'm second.
Who am I?
I'm second in the NFL in rushing.
Okay.
And I have an amazing 37% success rate of when I run the ball, I get a first down. 37.9 times of the times you've handed me the ball, it has resulted in a first down. Who am I?
I'll go
second in the NFL in rushing.
I'll go with your guy from Atlanta,
Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, I was gonna say
who
that.
has been every bit of what they said. Every bit of what we were hearing about him pre-draft, hadn't he? And it usually doesn't work out that way, does it? Usually it's something else. Who am I?
Okay.
I'm the NFL's only 300-yard receiver to this point.
Is it Pikachu?
I knew you would go with him. It's not. He has got 266 and the most receptions.
JJ?
Justin Jefferson, by the way,
He's
20
star.
catches, 309 yards to this point, which leads me to this Shazam Spotlight.
By the way, Josh Allen, real good game yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
That Josh Allen. The Bills
Buffalo
guy.
Tom sent me a great Harbinger stat, but it came after the show, so I never shared it. But Josh Allen had like 6 3-interception games in his career.
Came back the next week.
And every single one of them, he did what he just did, like 300, 3 touchdowns,
That's
no
good.
picks, passer
That's
rating.
good. All's well in Western New York.
Right, here's another Justin Jefferson stat. This is the one. Remember I told you earlier, I got a Shazam.
He's moving on up
he's-
to the east side.
He's already moved all the way up from this standpoint. Okay. This is an unbelievable Shazam Spotlight. The Shazam Spotlight brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, the Murray Ford Superstores, right? Justin Jefferson with his 309 yards receiving, okay, already has like 5,200 career receiving yards.
Oh, yeah.
He's 24 years old.
Yeah.
Which is more than the Chicago Bears all-time leading receiver number. Did you say that already today? Today you said that?
Last week. Friday. They played Thursday.
He played Thursday? They didn't play
Vikings.
Okay, but they
Eagles.
Didn't play each
Thursday.
other. I got you. I didn't
The
Bears.
Bears.
Didn't hear the Chicago
Said it
Bears
right
part.
to you. Right to you.
I must have been grinding on the Friday 5-pack.
Must have been.
Because that certainly, you can tell that. You know who's a really underrated dude? Every year in fantasy, we just pass
Finish
him
the
by.
thing, though. Tell
Keenan
people
Allen.
what just...
He has more
Yeah.
career receiving yards already at age 24 than the Bears' all-time receiving leader, I believe, is Johnny Morris. Who
He's
has
got
like,
more yards than any Bears receiver in 100 years history of the
Correct.
Chicago Bears.
Right. It's unbelievable. Which is also, right, the Bears are also, they've never had, what is the number? A 3,000-yard passer or a 30-touchdown? I guess something. Some ridiculous number the Bears
They're
have never
0-2
reached
as
to.
well. All right,
But-
one other thing before we
And
break.
the Bears are terrible, by the way, and I don't know what Taylor Doll's going to say about her guy today, but Justin Fields is a bust, man. He's a busty.
She'll fight for him. She went down to Tampa to watch
I
him.
know. He's a bust.
Oh, Taylor. Oh, Taylor.
Bust.
They're calling you right now, Taylor.
He's a bust.
Oh, dear.
He's Trey Lance, Trayvon Walker.
No.
100%
Ow.
bust,
Ouch.
dude.
All right, listen. Ownership groups usually are the bad guy when franchises move.
Okay.
Almost, even in Oakland, you could make an argument that, I'm going to give this group some credit because the Tampa Rays, once again, are going to make a major announcement tomorrow regarding completion of a deal to build a new stadium in downtown St. Petersburg. It's right by the Trop, but they're developing preliminary information. Stadium expect to have a fixed dome roof, artificial turf field, seat around 30,000, cost in excess of $1.2 billion, with contributions from the team, St. Petersburg, and Pinellas County. Listen,
an indoor-outdoor battery ballpark, is that part of the
86-acre historic gas plant district.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I don't live
but
in
first off,
it's an excuse.
Good for this owner, though. I mean, so many times.
Stay committed to a place where they're not committed to you.
I wonder if St. Petersburg's like, that's okay, but can we change the name? Why they got to be Tampa?
Yeah. Well, it's Tampa Bay.
Or make it St. Pete Tampa.
Well, St. Pete is the Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Although it does say Tampa. It feels like Tampa.
St. Petersburg.
Tampa Bay is not the same. There is
the city of Tampa, though, would not work with
There's no city called Tampa Bay, though, so that's why they might not do it. Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
You see what I mean?
They don't play in the water.
Right. Well, that's
If they build it on the water...
I don't
in the water.
We obviously don't live in that area, but I didn't see what all the fuss is about when I went down to the Rays series against the Braves. I mean, as far as getting to it, it wasn't as hard to get in and out of as I was led to believe and as I remembered. But
it's an extra 45 minutes. But we've talked about all the different cities and stadiums that present
and it comes
challenges.
from everywhere. It took
you
me,
talked about getting here. Yes.
It takes me now to go to a Jaguar game from St. Johns County an hour and a half. So it's just part of having. I just
think Rays fans should appreciate their ownership group because they keep banging their head. They were going to go. They were going to try Montreal and Tampa half and half.
Yeah.
MLB said no.
Fair enough.
This, by the way, will finish. I think this will then allow MLB to now start really focusing on expansion because I think they're going to add 2 teams, Pross.
You might be. Yeah, you might be right. They've certainly talked about it.
We got to take a break. We'll keep it rolling. We are moving fast and furious. Jags lose to Kansas City 17-9.
And that hurts. The Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. More videos, more podcasts, more Jaguars, preps, and college football. More of everything you love about Jacksonville sports at 1010XL.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Right now, Zero Res is falling back in time for September. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129, and they'll clean a 4th room for free. Their 4th room on me. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
E.T. here for the Aesthetic Center. Do you get up a lot at night to go to the bathroom and lose a lot of much-needed sleep? And you can never fully go back to sleep, can you? Am I right? Take a time out on the Emsella chair. Get those pelvic floor muscles strong again. Just a few short sessions will get you back in the game stronger than ever. And guess what, guys? It can also help you out with that ED, if you know what I'm saying. Call 808-2455 to get started. That's 808-2455. Or book an appointment online at jacksaestheticcenter.com.
Hey, gang, got a fun, new, fantastic way for you to enjoy fantasy football. And, by the way, went up to 25 times your money this football season. Test your skills on Prize Picks. The most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. You just select 2 or more players and then choose whether they'll have more or less on their projections for a wide variety of statistics. You place your entry and voila, it's as easy as that. So if you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of now already more than 7 million football fans who have signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/1010XL. Use code 1010XL. That's code 1010XL at prizepicks.com/1010XL. Daily fantasy sports made easy.
If you're looking for exterior solutions that provide you reliability and durability, It's time to call Armor Guard Exteriors. Whether you need seamless gutters or gutter protection, hurricane products, impact windows, glass lanais, or retractable awnings and screens, we've got you covered. Call My Home Team today for your 5-star experience at 904-906-8669.
Armor Guard Exteriors, committed to quality, and that's a promise.
Toilet or shower not draining? Water bill high? So many issues you want to cry? Call Mr. Rooter of Jacksonville. Have your number 2 business serviced by your number 1 plumber. Let us do your dirty work. Call us today.
Former Gator Chris Doran joins Dan and Jeff on The Drill. Wednesdays at 8:15. Brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah on 1010XL.
Hey, come to Bowden Eye Care for all your eye needs. Hicken here. Did you know that diabetes is a leading cause of blindness? Affects up to 34 million Americans. Please don't take diabetes lightly. If you have diabetes, see your favorite Bowden Eye doc and save your vision. Bowden Eye is dedicated to the protection and preservation of the treasured gift of sight. Bowden Eye and Associates. Visit today for your personal consultation. Bowden Eye. We keep the First Coast focused. New location now open off County Road 210 in St. Johns County.
At Andy's Automotive and Truck Services, they know that your company's fleet is more than just a bunch of cars and trucks. It's your livelihood, your reputation, your pride. So when you need routine fleet maintenance or emergency repairs, Andy's offers after-hours and mobile service to minimize your downtime and keep your fleet running like new. While you care for your employees and customers, rest assured Andy's Automotive will take care of your fleet. Visit the team at andysats.com.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews are through the roof, and I challenge any law firm to compare results. Clients continue switching to us from other firms because we continue delivering. Recently, a car accident client left a big firm, and Woolsey Morecambe got her 10 times what they said it was worth. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe, 638-4235.
Hey everybody, this is Mike Dempsey. Introducing Mike, a fellow Awaken 180 weight loss client.
I was on a trend where I was about to go over 250 pounds. My cholesterol was getting higher. Since I've gone on the Awaken 180 plan, by the way, I've lost about 50 points on my cholesterol. So I went in for my blood panel within about 60 days of starting the program, and it dropped about 50 points through my doctor. So he went on the plan. My own doctor, as a cardiologist, went on the plan because he was so impressed. He knew what my stomach looked like. He knew my build. I came in, and he just was astounded by the blood panel results. If I hadn't found Awaken 180, I probably would be on cholesterol medicine, higher blood pressure medicine. It was just a life of medication in front of me, and I didn't want that.
Mike, his doctor, and I all took control of our health thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. Become your own success story and call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Make sure your home is protected this hurricane season by scheduling a complimentary roof inspection with Universal Roof and Contracting. And right now, get 10% off roof replacement and repairs. The first 50 callers will save an additional $500 on a full roof replacement. And this offer expires September 30th, and restrictions apply. Universal Roof and Contracting, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. License number CCC 1330747, CDC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
I'm Sam Nelson. Jag QB Trevor Lawrence points to third down woes for the team's offensive concerns.
There's a lot of different things that are contributing to us not being good on third down. We're just not executing every position at different times.
Jag head coach Doug Peterson says too many blown opportunities resulted in loss to KC.
The opportunities were there, and we didn't do it. We got to look at this film and be hard and critical of ourselves and bounce back next week.
A University of North Florida poll released today shows Duval County residents are more willing to spend taxpayer dollars on renovating the city-owned football stadium if that's what it takes to keep the Jaguars playing in Jacksonville. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We had to let it breathe there a little bit.
Had to.
Moment of silence for what was supposed to be a top 10, really good football team.
Paging Charlton K. Gainey. Paging Charlton K. Gainey.
Yeah, I thought it said.
Please pick up your courtesy phone. It's been 367 days since the Vols beat the Gators.
And it's been decades since they've beaten them in Gainesville. Man, there seemed to be an awful lot of overconfident, cocky smack talk coming from a guy whose program just did what they do. They balled up down there in the swamp.
There's a big old fat A named Shane. He might be part of the Barstool Tennessee fan. I don't know who he is. He's on social media. Big old fat A Shane said he was going to walk a mile for every point the Gators beat the Vols by because he was so confident.
Well, he's got a half marathon coming up.
Fat A is going to have to go 13. Pray for him because he may not make it.
Yeah, so please pick up the orange courtesy phone and explain yourself. You're, by the way, our coach was,
Joe Milton told us he doesn't lose in Florida.
Our coach was, quote, Sling Blade.
Sling Blade.
Imagine then if we had
Not that we haven't been hard on him.
Imagine if we had some chess master because your boy, Mr. Little Chubby Bones Hypel, Mr.
Double
Chipmunk Cheeks there, supposed to be the new wave, the unstoppable wave of Tennessee offense, and turns out you suck just like you always have.
Our double chin beat your double chin. Our 29-year-old double chin outcoached your guy.
Yeah.
Like it was nobody's business, friend.
And it wouldn't be that bad except for you're always cocky and obnoxious and unsavory.
Yeah.
But this time it was like legit. You thought there was no chance of Sling Blade and the Gators.
Yeah.
And you embarrassed yourself.
We're going to put one on
You
them.
embarrassed yourself like
we
the
lead the
redneck,
nation in sacks.
hillbilly man-cavers that you are. Yeah! Vol call that!
Come on, Vol
Bizzle! Get on the phone to Knoxville this morning. Tell them all about your sorry
Where
life
are you at, boy?
in North Florida.
Where are you at, Charlton? Come on, Charlton. Pick up the phone, Charlton.
How's that SEC standings looking for you there, you hillbilly? Can you read numbers? I know words are tough for you. Can you understand numbers there, loser?
That was fun. That was a good win for the Gators. And, boy, they ran ETN had a great game. Mertz was really good on third down. I said, Willie's kid had a hell of a catch on the sidelines.
Yeah,
I saw Grandpa yesterday. I said, proud moment for the Jackson clan. He said, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that was great.
Here's the reality.
Good win.
Yeah, Florida's not. Georgia got tested a little bit more than normal. I think FSU had one of those look-ahead games. Here's good news for Georgia, though, based on what we just said.
Yeah.
That trip to Tennessee ain't nothing. Tennessee stinks, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And we beat them up, and we're
different at home,
half out of
though.
control.
You know how it is.
Georgia will beat Tennessee. I don't know how Tennessee's going to beat anybody any good. They couldn't beat us.
So
I'm
Florida
sorry.
gets Charlotte this week. That should be a dub. They get to 3-1. Then they've got games with Kentucky, Vandy, South Carolina. What do they do in those three? Give me a number. Kentucky, Vandy, South Carolina. Can they go 2-1? I don't think they run that table.
I hope. I don't. We'll see. I didn't. Did you think they were going to beat Tennessee?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So hopefully that's it.
At Kentucky.
Look, here's the bottom line, and here's what happened last year. Florida had their moments. It was the inconsistency game to game, week to week, month to month. How Florida played against Utah and South Carolina last year was more like an 8-4 team, not a 6-7. So if they can play like they played against Tennessee the other day, yeah, they'll go 2-1 in those games. If they don't, they could obviously very easily lose at Kentucky, at South Carolina. That's still where they are. Look, there's a sidebar here that's important. Florida doesn't have to win the SEC East. They don't have to be a playoff team. They have to be good enough this year to keep the optimism high enough that a top 3 recruiting class comes to fruition, and then you might get rolling. But, after a year where you beat none of your rivals, first Florida coach to not do that, after a year that you lost, by big numbers to historically bad programs, he desperately needed that win on Saturday night. I said I called it a referendum game.
Yeah.
Not so much for what it is if you win, but if you lose that game Saturday night, it would be a flaming hot seat. Now, Florida's not going to act on that, but it's noise that distracts from your program, hurts your recruiting 1,000 different ways.
I thought Heupel, by the way, was really – I thought Heupel made a big mistake at the end of the game. Calling that timeout was BS, and it led to exactly what we thought would happen.
It was a Dan Mullen move from the Missouri game.
Correct. And it was weak, and he went up to Billy after the game and apologized. So that was the good thing.
Billy didn't seem to really accept it too much. It was kind of
the bad
icy.
thing, though, is then Heupel doubled down on it in the press conferences, was trying to explain, well, if we got the ball back. Dude, you needed 2 scores. There was like 6 seconds left. And then some people respond, well, Billy called the timeout with 14 seconds left. All right, well, I don't understand why Heupel just didn't want the game to be over, though. Billy wanted to bask in the glory of a victory, man. He's 0-4 against his rivals. To the victors go the spoils. That's how it works. So what do you think was going to happen? And I hope there's no fallout from that because there were a lot of our offensive lineman, the transfer kid from Baylor, he took the pose, man. Did you know, by the way, they brought him back out to finish the game? You probably didn't know that, but they brought the boys back out and then Tennessee took a knee.
They left the game to go to Colorado.
Right. So they brought him back out and put 4 seconds on the clock. Tennessee took a knee, and then the game was over. But it was an electric night in the swamp. And
by the way, kudos.
Yeah.
This is a program that was kind of young. And they were packed, dude. That looked like it was the 90s again.
Oh, yeah. It was electric. And it's a huge win they got a running back out of Tampa, 4-star, after the game, but a huge win for recruiting. And
here's the one thing about Florida.
And the thing I liked most, by the way, and I was going to say this too. I thought about the fans for the first time in terms of when we do picks and stuff, and you try to keep it real and you try to say who you really think's going to win. But as a Gator, I'm really bothered by Mullen, and our guy Timmy Tebow picked Tennessee too. I love Timmy Tebow to death, and he's Gator through and through. But man, Gator up maybe. But Mullen, I loved when they had to go to halftime to Mullen, and that smarmy so-and-so had to sit there and go eat your crow, Danny. Go eat your crow.
Well, he did pick him against Utah. That didn't go well either.
So
seems like he can't pick it either way. Sounds a lot like when he's got quarterbacks on his roster. He can pick his nose better than that. You're talking about a man who played Felipe Franks over Kyle Trask, and a man who played Emory Jones over Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson would have been better for it. The Gators last year would have been better for it if Anthony Richardson had played. He's the much better player than Emory Jones. And now somebody goes, all right, Emory Jones at Cincinnati. Yeah, exactly. Emory Jones at stop 4.
Cincinnati lost to Miami of Ohio this weekend, by the way. All right, we take the gloves off. It's 9 o'clock nasty. The kids are in school, so that allows me and E to get vile and inhumane.
Not a big fan.
Frost will sit there and shake his head, but
Grab the bag.
Deep down inside, he's chuckling. This is the drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
All great tailgate starts with 3 things.
I'm listening.
Fun, friends, and food.
That smells good. What is that?
Let 1010XL and Southern Steer Butcher beef up your tailgate.
This just keeps getting better and better.
Go to 1010XL.com now.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey everyone, it's football season and we wanted to go to the drawing board to make this year's predictions. Let's compare our 2 long-haired blonde all-stars. Most touchdowns, best pricing in the market, most passing yards, pays the most for your trade, most receptions, free oil changes with every purchase, Super Bowl champion, wow customer service. I think we can make all this happen. Come see Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville where you can score big all season long.
Ticket here for our friends at Shark Coatings. Man, I love my garage now. I used to not. I used to didn't care about it because it had cracks and stains and smells, and I just parked the car and walk into the house. I didn't stop and look. Now I stop and look. I hang out. It's beautiful. It's because of Shark Coatings. And you can have that too. It opens up your home. It gives you another room, right, with endless possibilities. Go to sharkfloorcoatings.com. Get the free estimate. Have the boys come out, measure it up. They'll tell you how much it is. Pull the trigger. Pick out your pattern. The Hickens went with Pebble Beach. And afterwards, they get it done. They take over. 1 day, boom, it's done. Right? 15-year warranty, boom, here you go. So much better than the epoxy. And same thing concrete, pools, driveways, patios. You got to see it to believe it. Go to sharkfloorcoatings.com. You'll thank me later.
Are you facing the challenges of divorce? Uncertain about your financial future? Look no further than Kristen Vanez, both a CFP professional and a certified divorce financial analyst with Otterson Wealth Advisors of Raymond James. Kristen specializes in empowering people like you during one of life's most challenging times. She works side by side with your divorce attorney while helping you understand the potential financial impact of various scenarios. Don't face divorce alone. Otterson Wealth Advisors. Your goals, our expertise.
Raymond James Associates, Inc., member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC. Whether it's a large commercial project or a multifamily property, trust All Pro Roofing for exceptional craftsmanship and unparalleled customer service. We use only the finest materials, ensuring durability and long-lasting results. Plus, All Pro Roofing now has a full siding and windows division. That's right, All Pro Roofing is not just about roofs anymore. All Pro Roofing, now your trusted partner for commercial roofing, multifamily projects, exterior siding, and windows. AllProRoofingLLC.com.
License number CCC 1327056.
CDC 060138.
Hey Jacksonville, this is 17-time PGA Tour winner Jim Furyk inviting you to join me and the legends of the PGA Tour for the 3rd annual Constellation Furyk & Friends presented by Circle K, October 2 through 8 at Timaquana Country Club. Public parking is free, along with complimentary tournament access for our military, courtesy of VyStar Credit Union. Go to Ticketmaster to get your tickets today, and if you're not traveling to London to watch the Jags this fall, join us Sunday morning in the Publix Tailgate Village to catch the game on the big screen. For more information, visit ConstellationFurykandFriends.com.
Hey, Hicken here. Are you tired of having your carpets professionally cleaned only to have them look dingy again? Zerorez can help. It's in the technology, man. Zerorez uses its patented ZR water. It cleans beautifully without using any soaps, detergents, or shampoos. That means there is zero residue, ZR, left behind. Right now, Zerorez is falling back in time for September. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129, and we'll get that 4th room for you free. That's right, 4 rooms, $129. 4th room on me. Zerorez, man. Spell it forward. Zerorez, spell it back. It's the right way to clean.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
All year long you'll be singing our song. Stay cooler with Bueller. At the head of our class, we make it happen fast. Stay cooler with Bueller. For heating and air, we always play fair. We make the difference 'cause we really care. Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Ride in style with a brand new set of tires from Tire Outlet. We offer the best selection, best quality, and best prices so that you can find the best tires for your vehicle. With over 40 years of experience and 15 locations across Florida, Tire Outlet is the brand you can trust with your vehicle's tires and much more. Hurry in for great deals on tires with our legendary price match guarantee. Our expert technicians are ready to do the maintenance and repairs to keep your vehicle performing its best. Tire Outlet, wholesale prices, premium service.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Yo, it's your main man ET. And if you're a veteran or a rookie, you can bet with MyBookie. We're in full swing right now for football season, so check the updated lines at MyBookie.com and get your bets in to win straight cash, homie. Make sure you take advantage of the brand new cash out system, giving you more options to bet and win all season long. First 2 legs of your parlay hit, cash out early and use the bread on another bet. Or let that thing ride out for a chance at a bigger bag. Join the MyBookie family for an entire season filled with odds boosts, free bets, and super contests. This is the best time of the year to get in on the action. So start the football season right now as a winner. To get started, go to mybookie.ag now and register for a free account. Just use promo code 1010XL to grab that welcome bonus on the house. Again, that promo code is 1010XL.com to claim your deposit bonus. And for a limited time, get you a free trip to use at the MyBookie Casino. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Sports injuries are a common issue for both adults and children. Dr. George Barry here, and as a specialist in orthopedic care, the team at Barry Orthopedics and Sports Medicine here in Jacksonville provides comprehensive diagnosis and treatment of all types of sports injuries. With additional training in sports medicine and more than 30 years of experience, the team is available to care for your entire family and help you have fun and stay active. Visit us today at BarryOrthopedics.com.
And don't forget to check out Breaking Bones Sunday morning, 7:30 on 1010XL.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports updates, sponsored by First Coast Honda Dealers. Gator running back Trevor Etienne had a big game Saturday night against Tennessee, running and catching the ball.
Like we said, you want to be a every play back, so you have to be able to catch the ball, and that's just something we work on daily.
Florida Gators received plenty of votes from the Associated Press after their upset over the Tennessee Volunteers at home. Florida cracked the list of top teams in the nation and landed at number 25 in the AP poll. The Gators played well on both sides of the football on their way to the 29-16 victory. Florida football not only scored a big win on the field against the Tennessee Volunteers, but it also hauled in a blue chip commitment for the 2025 recruiting class when 4-star running back Waltez Clark out of Tampa gave the Gators his word after the clock expired in the Swamp on Saturday night. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Gookin Nation. It's another hour with Duval's Big Dogs of Sports Media. Dan Hicken.
Yes.
Jeff Prosser.
Blah, blah. Freaking blah.
And E to the T.
E.T. is the GOAT producer.
By the way, there is a weird story involving a former Jag player that's going around right now.
Yeah, what is the deal with that?
Huh?
The Sergio
Yeah,
Brown?
Sergio Brown played here in Jacksonville for, 1 year, 2 years? He was a starter for a year, wasn't he?
Yeah, give him 2 claps in the Ric Flair.
Yes, that's right. And he is missing, and his mother was found dead in a suspected homicide after relatives told Illinois authorities they could not reach either family member. Sergio Brown is just 35. His 73-year-old mother, Myrtle Brown, was reported missing by the family Saturday. After a search, Myrtle was found dead near a creek behind her home. And, her death was ruled a homicide, multiple injuries tied to an assault. The sister of the victim, so the mom's sister, said she spoke to her Thursday. Saturday, they're both missing, so, hopefully they can find Sergio and see what's going on.
Played 1 year here in the 2015 season. He was a free agent. It's kind of one of those bit free agents that we were signing when we were terrible, and in 2015 we were terrible.
Yeah.
And, so I remember him more from the Colts. I don't know if that's where he played the longest, but there was a bunch. We got a bunch of forgettable one-and-done year players here through the years, but that does there's 2 implications there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, one is something that's happened to Sergio, or 2 is that he did something and has now disappeared.
Right.
So there are 2 terrible implications that, one wouldn't.
Right. Neither
as
good.
As a victim or a perpetrator, right.
Neither good because
it's hard to imagine that it won't end up being one of those 2 things.
Right.
All things considered.
Right.
So.
One other side note, and we'll get to the NFL. Sad news for our friend, the Bitman. The Bitman is our friend Ping Pingalore out there in L.A. He's an L.A. sportscaster, vagabond, if you will. He's lived the sportscasting life. He's gone all over the country. He started here in Jacksonville, JU grad.
Okay.
Where else did he work? Scranton, Cleveland, Jacksonville, L.A., Orlando, just all over.
He dominated the Rust Belt. Johnstown, Scranton, Cleveland.
He's a vagabond. Vagabond
sure.
sportscaster.
Always looking for the next bit, always thinking he has it, but he never quite does.
Anyway, he made his entertainment debut on a show called Winning Time, which I love.
Have you watched season 2?
Oh yeah,
I haven't been watching it. I need to watch it.
It's very good. It's just
but
hard.
He thought he got cut. Did his face show up in this
His
one?
face never showed up, but I did hear him finally on it. Which
I heard it the first season. He was
he was
on.
on. He thought he was going to have a bigger role in year 2. Of course, he wasn't.
I heard did you hear what happened? He screwed it up. He messed up his lines. They had to call him back in. That's why they didn't do it because he was a miserable failure as an actor. He's ADD or whatever. He couldn't memorize his lines, so he really held up production and probably won't be asked back for season 3.
There's going to be no season
in any
3.
form.
It's been canceled. There'll be no more money, no more
Did they really cancel the series?
Yes, Winning Time is canceled around its second season finale, which is unfortunate because we haven't gotten through everything.
Well, what?
But
why
they
are they not getting enough viewership?
Ping told me it's expensive to produce.
Well, they're paying guys like him any money, you bet.
But what I really liked about it was, they got a guy who looks just like Larry Bird, and they were good enough in basketball because they were dramatizations. And they got a guy who looks like Magic. The Kareem guy nailed it. Now, they're not like the Kareem guy ain't 7'2".
The best one of all was the whole thing that Will Ferrell was all snitty about. But John C. O'Reilly is a perfect Jerry Buss. That's amazing.
To the point that his daughter said, it's like looking at my dad.
It really is, man. Yeah, it really
is.
So
Will was wrong about that one.
Yeah, he was wrong. He was good.
So anyway, but just pass that on.
Yeah, so it's well, I will enjoy. Season 2 hasn't finished. They're only 4 or 5 in, right?
No, it's finished. The season finale went out last night.
Was it 8 episodes again?
I think it was 7. I think they combined the last.
Did you
2.
watch have you watched the conclusion yet? Like, how far do they end up going before they stop?
Just got through one of the series with the Celtics.
To be honest with you, they could have only, if they were going to do this, they could have just stopped after 1.
Oh yeah,
they could have stopped. It was a standalone a year ago. It'd have been perfect, but. I will watch it. I was waiting for it to end so I could binge it. Right? I didn't want to watch. I have to wait a week, so I've been waiting, and I'll do it now.
Well, those sneaky Titans, this is what they do, and it's one of the reasons why I felt like they were going to win in the 5-pack is Vrabel over the Charger guy, and so
Brandon Staley should have been fired after the Jaguars game. He may not make it through the year. That's worth looking at at a schedule coming up for those jokers.
Yeah, I've told them to go ahead and hire Coach Prime and put some life into the LA franchises. But the Titans win in overtime, and that's not good, coupled with the fact that we lost, and Indy won as well. So 3 1-1 teams now in the South. Baker Mayfield, it's either a 2-week, ha-ha, look at me, or a renaissance, but he has played good football for the Buccaneers, and they win handily over the Chicago Bears 27-17.
He had a real good game yesterday. A lot better than Trevor Lawrence's game. 317 yards passing. Mike Evans, by the way, who declined, who said I'm going to test free agency, is playing like a guy. Mike Evans very quietly is going to go down as statistically as one of the top 3 or 5 receivers in NFL history if he just plays out his string.
Really?
Yeah, he's that prodigious. He's already set the record, I think, for consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. He's had 9 of them in a row.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That gets you into PFHOF talk, by the way.
Well, I'm about to look up.
Chew does what Chew does. He goes in and completes a high percentage of passes. Anthony Richardson left the game with a self-reported concussion, and he ran for 2 touchdowns. He's like the first quarterback in NFL history to run for 3 touchdowns in 2 weeks, but he didn't finish the game. But the Colts were able to beat the Texans, so we'll see. Does he come out of concussion protocol? But it's 2 weeks in a row. His first 2 games, he's gotten dinged up. And, it's just that happened at Florida. You got to stay on the field, so that will be something. The best ability is availability, as you all know. And C.J. Stroud threw for 384 in the loss. The Niners beat the Rams, but something weird happened at the end of the game. Did you see what happened at the end of the 49ers L.A. Rams game?
I was watching the end. They kicked the field goal to make it
30-20.
The only thing
4 seconds left, and they're kicking a field goal to cover.
By the way, you know what they're saying today in San Francisco? Same old sorry Rams.
Yeah.
So sorry is the easiest.
Now, who's beating whom in that
series? It's the Niners.
Series?
Same old sorry-ass R's. That's how it's always gone.
Wait a minute. Why are you saying R's and not A's?
I meant to.
E. Did you see what he just did?
Yeah, I meant to say the A Rams, and I said the S R's. Yeah, I don't know.
Like R's is the dirty word.
It's Alzheimer's is all I can do. Okay. Alzheimer's is the only thing that I can. Right. I was actually looking at Mike Evans as I was distracted, and there's no R in there, so it's dirty. Yeah, he's 43rd right now with 10,662.
He's getting up there, though, isn't he, or no?
No, it's only his 10th year. I mean, I say only. I mean, if you can do it another 4 years, if he gets 1,000 yards another 4 years,
Yeah, then he's at 15,000.
he'll be top 10. Yeah, he'll be top 6. Tony Gonzalez right
and
now.
he's got a Super Bowl.
15,127. So he's probably going to get up into that top 10. I mean, but of course he's got like 300 yards through the first 2 weeks.
Who would you rather be, the Giants or the Jets? Both lost yesterday. The Giants scored 31 second-half points and held Arizona to 8, and they beat the Cardinals. They scored no points through the first 6 quarters.
Who do I want to be, like
franchise?
long-term or
right
fan
now.
of right now? I think I'd rather be the Giants only because my quarterback ain't great, but Jets don't have one. So so why are the Jets going to be any different than they were a year ago? Dalvin Cook, by the way, is just bleh. He ain't nothing.
Big fumble.
Yeah, it's just nothing.
Yeah.
He's just nice. The Vikings give him credit. They saw what was coming there, and they aborted at the right time.
Yeah.
He's no good. He's just a plodding, no good running back. So, and Breece Hall's obviously hurt. He never got going. They got no quarterback.
Breece Hall. So
I'd rather be the Giants.
The way, there's some already coming apart at the seams for the Jets. Sauce went off on a fan, apparently, and Breece Hall posted a picture with 4 footballs for the amount of carries he had yesterday.
Yeah. No, that's what happens.
Uh-huh.
And you're in that media,
too.
So
if you think that the Jets are going to be able to last with Zach Wilson at quarterback, you crazy.
Yeah, it's not happening.
And by the way, they go home next week.
Yeah, and they're not.
And I think they play the Patriots. And if Zach Wilson throws a first-quarter interception, let me tell you the reaction with 85,000 at the Meadowlands.
They're just
boo.
Well, here's what happened. They're not as good as they were sold to be. Even if they had Aaron Rodgers, they lost yesterday. My point is the defense is good. It's not all-time great. It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cowboys went up and down the field on them. They ran it right up there.
Dalvin Cook, 13 carries for 33 yards so far.
Yeah.
More carries than Breece Hall, who's averaging 12.7 a carry. Dalvin's averaging 2.5 a carry.
Yeah, it's not been a good thing. I'm going to circle back to chargering.
Yes.
0-2 at Minnesota this week.
Oh, somebody's got to win.
Then they got the Raiders at home, and then they've got Dallas at KC. I mean, I could make an argument they're going to be 1-5 and Staley get fired.
Here's what the Chargers are going to do. They're going to be like 2-7, and then they're going to win like 5 in a row, and then they're going to lose and miss out on the playoffs barely, and they're going to go, oh man, there's way too much talent on that team for them to be.
Well, the problem with being 2-7 is their next 3 games are Baltimore, at New England, Buffalo. They got to still. They're under. And by the way,
yes, sir.
Kudos to you. I don't know if it was an oversight. I don't know if it was like a
oversight.
Definite plan that you were going to.
I called it.
You were calling the downfall. I
you.
think you just ran out of teams and realized, oops, I didn't put this one in.
You know what?
The Bengals are
How
not.
about giving a little credit? You said kudos to you, and you could have stopped.
Yeah.
Instead, you chose to
because I don't believe it. I've got to speak the
attack
truth.
me.
I've got to speak the truth.
It's not the truth.
Okay. Well,
I knew.
Truth's different. Are different for different folks in today's day and age. You're allowed to make up your own truth. And my truth is you just forgot about them doing your playoffs.
Unbelievable.
The Bengals are not coming back from 0-2 this time. They're going to miss the postseason. So that's going to open something up for someone. And I say that because, first of all, they did it last year.
Yeah.
You already tempted fate. You went 0-2 last year.
Twice.
And it's different this year from the standpoint of no one has done 0-2 in the division and made the playoffs. 0%.
Oh, wow.
And so they've lost 2 division games out of it. And it's not just that they've lost, Dan. That did not feel like a 3-point game yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Bengals got one of their scores on a punt return. The Ravens led by 10. They led by the 2 scores most of the game. They converted when they had to. Lamar got right. And that's also a Ravens team that just lost their best running back, a Ravens team that was, and kudos for the Ravens. That's another team we got to face this year, the Ravens. I just feel right now, and talking with Tony earlier, that when it comes to that offensive line, he wouldn't go this far. I feel like our offensive line, I've seen enough, is going to keep us from being what we thought we could be.
It's early, but we look like a very middle-of-the-road team.
I just don't think this offensive line is good enough for us to be a Super Bowl dream team. And listen, the good news is all of the skill position is back. It's all under contract next year, every single bit of it.
Not Ridley.
Oh, that's right. Well, they have the option, though, I believe.
No, I think
I thought it was the option, and if they use it, it goes up to, okay.
I don't think so.
Well, regardless, even without Ridley, and if you added something else, or you do decide to keep him, which I think they will, got to fix that offensive line, man. It's just not good enough. They have not done a good enough. We thought Fortner was great last year. Football Talk told us he was 31 or 32. I'm watching now. He looks like 31 or to the point. Do you put Shatley at center?
No, because I got to put him in one of the guard spots because those 2 guys aren't playing well.
When Cam comes back. And by the way, you know what? Maybe Cam goes to right tackle and sit Harrison.
Yeah.
Because Walker Little, according to Tony, has been the one guy who's been pretty good both weeks.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the answer, and then you bring Shatley in a guard or if Sinner if you have to. But
might be.
I don't want to stand pat. It just does not look good enough. I mean, to the point, and I know Trevor was bad yesterday, and that's fair. A lot of it is on him, but he also never could get in a rhythm because it was just like the floodgates every time he went back.
The Wilson brothers are both bad quarterbacks. I don't think Danger Russ is going to listen. His numbers were misleading. They're 0-2. They blew a 21-3 lead at home against Washington, who's suddenly 2-0, by the way, so congrats to them.
Washington and Giants, there's only twice in NFL history 2 division teams have pulled off 18 or more point comebacks in the same week.
And then the best team of all, in my opinion, right now, and it's early, the Stinkfish.
Yeah.
Because they've won 2 games on the road.
Against good teams.
Which means they got 2 road wins out of the way.
Yeah.
Now they got a bunch of home games
against good teams and one of those in their division.
So yeah.
I watched yesterday's game, and I know at least the majority of it after I got home. And I don't. The Broncos' problem is the Jaguars' problem. And credit Trevor for getting out enough that he only got sacked 4 times. Russ was sacked 7 times yesterday, and it wasn't because he was holding on to the ball. Their offensive line is terrible.
Okay.
And so watching him yesterday, I think his numbers are represented. He also scrambled for 56. He was the Russ that he always was at Seattle, only they don't play Seattle defense or Seattle O-line. But
I was driving home from television last night, and the end of the Patriots game was odd. I don't know if you saw the play, but it was 4th down for New England. They got the ball with a chance to tie. I think they threw it to Gesicki.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't make it, so he flipped the ball to their first-round pick offensive lineman from a year ago.
It looked like he got it to me.
I thought he got it, too, but again, I didn't see.
I saw the replay even, and they said
they overturned it.
Yeah, but he looked like he fell on the line.
Strange, is that his kid's name? Is it Strange?
I don't remember.
He's an offensive lineman from, I think, UT
I saw the
Chattanooga.
same thing yesterday. It's like the sports leagues forgot what they're doing, but the Rays, this is off topic, the Rays-O's baseball game.
Yes.
There was a play at the plate where they had called him out. And they went back and reviewed, and it was not. He looked just like it could have been either way, and they changed the call, which you rarely do.
Emmanuel, I'm disappointed in you this morning.
Talk to me.
I've got a couple of tidbits for you.
Oh, I'm listening.
Number one, I expect much more from you after a Marlins sweep of the Braves. I'm not asking you. I mean, how do you not at least talk a little trash to your guy? Your Marlins swept the Atlanta Braves.
6 o'clock.
You did? Did you get after him?
No, not really.
That's what I mean. I want you being vulgar to him. It's 9 o'clock nasty.
I know my boy hit a grand slam.
Well, here's what happens. The Marlins are 18.5 games back, and the Braves ended their
it's
rivalry
playoff time,
with the Marlins a long time ago.
What if you get hot and sweep them in the postseason?
That's not happening.
I mean, that's disappointing. And then I'm going to give you.
We've scored literally 200 more runs than the Marlins.
And now I'm going to give you a little bit of a
250. I'm sorry.
I'm going to give you some inside information, E.
Oh, I'm listening.
Inside information on the 40-yard dash that is never going to happen because E has some sort of
faked an injury.
Fake hamstring injury.
He snapped it on purpose so he wouldn't have to run.
HIPAA laws allow me. I got the okay for me to tell people the story that he has some serious hammy issues, like a big ball of muscle stuck in there that he's not rehabbing at all. And it's
actually I got rehab tomorrow. Actually.
All right. Well, you need to start because this is ridiculous. But it might be worth snapping the hamstring and racing Marcel tomorrow because he got injured at the game yesterday.
How?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, somebody stepped on his foot, and, I mean, he was in agony. I would not be surprised if today Marcel Robinson is in a walking boot. So you may want to go get him right now. There was some smack talk by some dude from out in Baker County. Or was it Bradford? Where were you?
He was at Oakleaf. I was at Bradford.
He was at – where was he? He was at Oakleaf.
Covering the Oakleaf game.
And the cat saw Marcel sprint, and he said on camera, there's no way that he can beat you. I didn't think he could, but there's no way.
By the way, I'm reminded because the Googans remember more about us and what we say, what we do than we do. But apparently back in the day, at one point, you may have called someone a D-ass instead of a dumb A. Just like I just did. You know what I mean? Just like I did with the A-Rams.
That's probably true.
Yeah, so.
I can't deny that.
I don't know. I don't
That's
remember
not
doing
true.
it.
I've never said that.
It's usually when they come with those with us, they do remember more than we do. Shoot, I'll run into people, and I'm sure this happens to you. Probably you too, E. I'll be out at about 2 o'clock. Somebody will come up. They're talking about the show. I really love this, that. And I'll really have to say, you have to tell me what it was.
Yep,
I can't remember. We just do so much. I can't. I don't recall. Y'all are really funny talking about this. I'm like, really? What was it again?
What did we say?
And then he'll say it. I'll say, what is it? I need more. You're going to have to give me more.
And then as we head to break, I will tell you that I do have the obligatory NFL fight. 2 Jets fans and a Cowboy fan getting after it.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So if you want to check that out, there was a good fight.
Big Tex take on 2 at once, or how did that go?
There always is. So we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll keep it rolling right here on a Monday morning edition.
Yeah, it's a Monday morning quarterback. DivorceSpinOnly.com.
1010XL is your home for play-by-play of Bishop Kenny football.
This is Coach Krause of the Bishop Kenny Crusaders. We're back home for homecoming on Friday night, taking on West Nassau. You can catch all the action live on 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey guys, Hicken here, man. You know, if you were out there yesterday at the game, it is boiling and broiling. We got cooked. Unless you stay cooler with Bueller. Wish Bueller Air was at the stadium. Bueller Air is still locally owned and still treating their growing customer base like they're part of the family. Go ahead and Google them yourself if you don't believe me. Bueller Air, Buehler. You won't find any better rated air conditioning company in town. I use them, so I already know. I mean, they put in my units, they service them, they take care of me. They're fantastic. Like I said, man, it's hot outside. God bless you if you went to the game yesterday. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Are you still feeling the heat this summer? Looking to keep your cool? Look no further than Lloyd's Heating and Air. At Lloyd's Heating and Air, we're your go-to experts for all things HVAC. Whether you're building a new home, need a brand new AC installation, or just want to make sure your current system is running at peak performance, we've got you covered. Our skilled team specializes in new construction HVAC, making sure your home or business is comfortable from the moment you step inside. LloydsHeatingandAir.com. CMC 1249834.
When it comes to a new roof, you want the golden standard. Can't afford the cost of replacing your roof without financing? Don't worry, we have special financing with up to 30-year terms. As long as you're not in an active bankruptcy, current with your property taxes and mortgage, not in a reverse mortgage, no liens or judgments, and no foreclosure, we should be able to get you funded. No hard credit check required.
Golden Hammer Roofing and Gutters.
Golden Hammer.
The golden standard in roofing.
Hey, gang, you know we love trivia. I got some trivia for you. Did you know that the only 2% of U.S. beef is graded prime? ABBQ is the only Northeast Florida barbecue restaurant that uses only prime brisket and slow smokes using only wood. The slow-cooked prime brisket cooked using only wood produces the most succulent, mouth-watering brisket you'll ever taste. So come and experience the prime brisket at ABBQ, where the taste is always unforgettable. Visit us today. Satisfy your cravings for the best barbecue in town at ABBQ. Come meet and drink with us.
Hey, Matt Hayes here. Expert Automotive is now open at our brand new state-of-the-art facility on St. John's Bluff Road. As always, every repair comes with a lifetime service repair warranty. Come celebrate our grand reopening by getting a free AC inspection, $50 off any repair, $199 brake specials, and free diagnostics all month long. Call 374-3373 or visit us at our new location at 2190 St. John's Bluff Road. Expert Automotive. We never sell greed, only what you need.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There's no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Jacksonville, for a no-cost consultation at 904-507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Mia O'Brien.
Fun-loving girl. Weekdays on XL Prime Time.
Likes to laugh. Lives to love. No dull moments tolerated.
Mia's quick hits are driven by Arlington Toyota on the video and social channels of 1010XL.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
I want to make our backyard into a paradise, but where do I start?
A few people I know chose CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. They do it all: fire pits, pergolas, and custom outdoor kitchens.
That sounds convenient, but I don't want a half dozen subcontractors milling around.
CSS is a licensed contractor, so they do 100% of the work themselves, from start to finish.
That's perfect. Let's get an estimate.
Well, I already toured their showroom last week.
Ha! Well, what are we waiting for? Let's do it.
CSSOutdoor.com.
Mike Dempsey here for Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em Fantasy game, a super fun way to play along as you watch your favorite players. The way it works, you pick higher or lower on 2 to 5 player stats, then watch to see if your picks hit. It's that easy. If you haven't tried out Pick'em, now's the perfect time. Football season's back, and to celebrate, Underdog announced their newest special that will be running all season long. It's called 100K Sundays. Every Sunday, Underdog's going to be giving $10,000 in cold hard cash to 10 winners who play Pick'em. You can take your chance by playing along every Sunday. One entry equals one ticket. Will you be one of the winners? Find out by making your picks this football season. In total, they're going to be giving away $2 million. That's a real number. $2 million just to people who are making picks. Try it out today by downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. You must be 18 or older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ncpgambling.org.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville.
All right, we're back. Before we see what's trending, brought to you by Pet Paradise, I'll just tell you real quickly, I got a drop of sunshine into my life on Friday night.
Oh, congratulations.
In the form of one of our faves around here,
Yeah.
in the form of Tom McManus appearing at Iggy's Bar and Grill right outside my house over there as the lead singer of the Dad Bod. So
yeah.
I got the Dad Bod experience. There's nothing like watching a friend of yours so thoroughly enjoy himself.
Rocking
Like
out.
Tommy just loves it, and the crowd eats him. You've seen him before. He's doing it, man. He's got that look, bro. You've seen him.
Yeah, when he locked in.
He's locked in. He has such a good time, and Miss B had a good time visiting with him. So
Do you know how
Dad Bods?
Do you know how people are lactose intolerant?
I do. I don't know what that means. I'm not, I don't think. I drink milk like it's nobody's business.
I'm laptop intolerant. and so what happened
look at you.
was I had this blue screen come up and say
no.
there's a problem,
Oh,
and
boy.
I couldn't figure it out. So I said, I need to reboot. Where's the thing that on the bottom of
He's looking for the box.
the box?
No, it's
he
on the
goes, it's a
laptop.
laptop,
Yeah.
Nick. You don't have a box.
That's true.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you are laptop
But-
incapable, too.
But
incompetent. Laptop incompetent. That's what you are.
yeah, but in breaking news, I did power it off.
Okay.
Powered it back up.
And now you can't get on.
Reset it. No, I've typed in the password, and now it's spinning, and I'm in.
Okay, good. Well,
I'm sort of proud of myself.
Before we get out of here and introduce you to Jaguars today, let's see what's trending. It's brought to you by Pet Paradise. Man, I'm telling you, this time of year, we got holidays coming up. You might have football trips. You might have school visits, whatever it is. If you have the need, then Pet Paradise fills it better than anyone else with the most modern facilities, a staff that loves your pet, quite frankly, more than any other franchise can offer, and locations all over the town and all over the Southeast. We are happy to partner with Pet Paradise, who we back as the #1 stop for all your pet care providing needs and services. Bar none. Don't fall for the imitators. Go with the innovator. That's Pet Paradise and petparadise.com.
Number 5.
Well, gentlemen, I went to a concert this past weekend, and it's actually this artist. Can y'all guess who this is?
Dad Bod. Oh, no.
No, not Dad Bod.
This is Quavo.
That's not a bad guess.
Oh.
It's not but no, it's not Quavo.
This is
it's a little.
Oh no, it's a Lil Baby.
Lil Baby.
Yeah. I saw Lil Baby was in town. I was going to bring that up. I'm glad you.
Where was the concert?
At the VyStar Veterans Memorial.
Well, look at you, man. I was actually going to bring that up Friday, and I forget it escaped my mind. But yeah, Lil Baby.
How was the
it's one of your
crowd?
favorites, Dan. You love the Lils.
I rock with Lil Baby.
Now, can you play? Is this a Lil Baby song you're playing right now?
This is one of his big ones called "In a Minute."
Okay.
This is what he closed out the show with.
In a New York minute.
Now, is Lil Baby sell out the arena, or is it just a good crowd?
No, it was sold out.
Okay,
yeah. He's one of the bigger artists in America.
Is he the biggest, or who's the
Drake?
biggest?
Drake is the biggest.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
that's
but
different.
He's
that's
close.
Different. Okay.
Oh,
good.
But yeah, Lil Baby was a great show.
I'm not afraid to go to Lil Baby show. I don't know. I didn't get a call, but I'm not afraid.
Next one, you got to pull up with me.
Future, Post Malone. I mean,
and I will say it was let's say it was a smoked out in there.
SSW?
Sure.
Yeah. Sweet stinky weed everywhere.
It was everywhere.
I made a bold proclamation earlier today we can never repeat.
Right.
I walked into the stadium yesterday, and the hippie lettuce was flowing at how did I get there? 10:30.
It was definitely in the parking lot X.
Yeah.
It was out there.
It was definitely in the stadium too.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Number 4.
And Jeff brought this up Friday. So the Rams 49ers game, there was something cool with the two quarterbacks.
Okay.
Matt Stafford was drafted first overall.
Yes.
Brock Purdy was drafted
Mr.
Irrelevant. First time in history where the first overall quarterback faced Mr. Irrelevant.
Irrelevant one.
And the Irrelevant one, and the pay, which is crazy. Matt Stafford's salary this year, $27.5 million. Brock Purdy, $870K.
Yeah. Purdy gonna get paid though, because he's just come right out and got the Niners rolling. Just as they finished last year, they look like it looks like another Niners-Eagles crash course at this point. But
don't discount Dallas.
No,
buddy.
I know. I kind of picked them too, so they're certainly. I just don't trust Dallas. Is of those most capable of chargering, I would put Dallas among those three.
Number 3.
Brought to you by Pet Paradise.
Hey, can I do one?
Hold on, let me get you right in.
Number 3.
This just strikes me because if this happened in any other sport, it would be huge news.
Okay.
But the Columbus Blue Jackets hired a guy who's a well-known NHL coach, Mike Babcock. His mother is Peggy. Can you say Peggy Babcock fast 5 times, please?
Peggy Babcock. No. I can't.
No.
I tried.
Jeff, can you do it?
No, let's just continue.
Okay, so
I
Mike.
know you're trying to get me to say something.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Cock block. It's 9 o'clock nasty. Can you do it again? Peggy Babcock fast.
Peggy Babcock, Peggy Babcock, Peggy Babcock, Peggy Babcock, Peggy Babcock.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
So anyway, Mike is the coach. He lasted 78 days. He
you know
resigned.
why? He tried to get players to show him their like personal.
Yeah, but the players.
What was it about though?
Well, the players had meetings with him, and the players he wanted to see allegedly family pictures on the phones. And so the players all said it was fine. They just were getting to know each other, and I'm showing them my family.
So then what is the
Well, it was like an
issue?
invasion of privacy and the NHLPA.
So one of the players went
Somebody
behind.
doesn't like Mike Babcock.
Well, no, here's what happened. What the players all say publicly, and behind the scenes, at least some of them went to manage it. I don't know why.
One of the players released a statement through the Blue Jackets, said that it was relationship building. Babcock asked to see images of Jenner's family, which he was happy to share. So anyway, it's just weird.
Maybe someone else, he wanted to
But
see
if
an
that
extra
happened
shot
in-
of his girlfriend. With
I
one, he may have done something else.
But if that happened in the NFL, it'd be headline news. This isn't even a blip.
I don't think it's that big a deal. I think it's stupid to fire a guy for that.
That would be like the Broncos hiring Sean Payton, and then that video of him shotgunning the weed was true.
That's not him. That's not Sean Payton. Yeah.
Go ahead,
Shotgun.
I'm sorry.
He says.
Yeah.
Number
Shotgun.
2.
Now, Jeff, you said you would have slid to the Little Baby concert with me.
I may have. I don't
Now-
know. See what Miss P says.
What if I
Oh,
told
no,
you?
I had the Gator sound. I'm sorry. Little Baby's got to wait. I got the Gator sound. I would have never went. Let me take that back.
Now, what if I would have told you I'm going to party with El Chapo's wife?
El Chapo's wife.
She's free.
You may end up with something El Chapo'd if you're not careful.
And,
So,
I don't know if
yeah,
I'm messing
Trust
around
me,
with El Chapo.
I'm not going.
Yeah, I'm not going. Yeah, El Chapo's wife, I bet you.
She's free now.
Could kill a man.
She was recently partying in a club in L.A. a couple days after she's been released.
Let me tell you what not to
I
do.
would
Do
not
not,
be able to-
do
Do not
hit
fall
on.
for El Chapo's
No, forget
wife.
falling. Don't hit on her. You ain't
If
gonna
she
last a
looks
day.
at you and
You look
gazes
away.
at you,
You
Yeah.
look away.
You run.
Run.
Like, she was
First
there
of
with a
all,
bunch of security,
I'll
but
take
also you could tell like those other hitters. Oh yeah.
I'll take a step further. Don't even ever be in a place where El Chapo's wife would be.
if I hear El Chapo's in the building, ET is not in
Yeah,
the
there you
building.
go. I like that. Is that number 1?
Oh, that was number 2.
All right, number 1. Here we go.
Number 1.
And also applies to Pet Paradise. Just saying.
The prime effect.
Yes.
Oh, Deion Sanders, he generated $1.2 million in sales one day, and after the whole sunglasses thing, and I want to say that's his company. It's
It
called
is, yeah.
Blinders Eyewear.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, Deion and Colorado go to Oregon this week, and we're going to get a better. I'm a little. I don't like when anyone gets more credit than they deserve. He deserves credit. I mean, the turnaround, they won one game.
One game, yeah.
But that's like on 60 Minutes because you've beaten a couple of average football teams doesn't seem. I don't know. Doesn't quite seem as newsworthy as they're pointing it out to be. All right,
Oregon and SC back to back. We'll see more. We'll know
yeah,
more.
we'll introduce you to the Jaguars today when we return. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. He graduated from JU and has his PhD in Jags.
Exactly what are you a doctor of?
Mike DeRocco is ESPN's Jaguar reporter, and we get his insight every Thursday from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Brought to you by Lloyd's Heating and Air.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey everyone, it's football season and we wanted to go to the drawing board to make this year's predictions. Let's compare our 2 long-haired blonde all-stars. Most touchdowns, best pricing in the market, most passing yards, pays the most for your trade, most receptions, free oil changes with every purchase, Super Bowl champion, wow, customer service. I think we can make all this happen. Come see Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville where you can score big all season long.
Men, if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction or PE, the medical providers at Prime Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Prime Men's Medical Center offers the most advanced treatments to eliminate ED and PE. 98% of men experience instant results on their first office visit. They're even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
Don't just take our word for it. Call Prime Men's Medical Center now for our limited time offer. Your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
ET here for the Aesthetic Center. Come on, guys. It's time to shed that dad bod and score sculpted abs in just 4 easy treatments of the M-Sculpt Neo with Dr. Rappaport. Each treatment is equal to 20,000 crunches, no downtime, and it's not invasive. No more hiding under them baggy shirts. Get ready to show off your six-pack like your boy on game day. Call 808-2455 to get started. That's 808-2455. Or book an appointment online at JacksonSteadyCenter.com.
Honey-do list around the house just getting longer? First Coast Home Pros has handyman services you can trust. From bathroom remodeling to home repairs, First Coast Home Pros has you covered. Go to firstcoasthomepros.com.
Your home value is way up, and you can use that money right now. Pay off credit cards, remodel your house, both, whatever you want. Prosser here for Loan Pronto. Loan Pronto can convert that home equity into cash in as little as 2 weeks with no cost to you and zero hassle. Mike and Joan in Ponte Vedra called Loan Pronto. They did a Loan Pronto zero-cost cash-out refi. They got a check for $100,000, used $50 to pay off all their credit cards and a car loan, and used the other $50 to upgrade their master bath and kitchen. They locked in new APR in the 2s and lowered their total monthly bills by hundreds of dollars. Hello? What are you waiting on? Call Loan Pronto now. Convert your home value into cash and put that money to good use. Do it now, and you can even skip your next 2 house payments. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. That's 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval. Not all loans apply.
If you've got bad shoulders, knees, elbows, got sprain, strain, or pain in your muscles, PRPrelief.com, PRPrelief.com, best priced PRPrelief.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On September 18, 1966, Baltimore QB Johnny Unitas throws 4 touchdown passes in the 38-23 win at Minnesota.
Toilet or shower not draining? Water bill high? So many issues you want to cry? Call Mr. Rooter of Jacksonville. Have your number 2 business serviced by your number 1 plumber. Let us do your dirty work. Call us today.
Mr. Rooter. Are you a meat lover searching for quality cuts? Southern Steer Butcher uses a vacuum tumbler to marinate and tenderize our chicken and world-famous steak tips.
Now open in Ortega. For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling. Frank Frangie here. For 4 generations, our team has been dedicated to honest, quality auto service. Whether your vehicle needs tires, custom wheels, brake repairs, or regular maintenance, our experts will treat you like family. With our all-new Orange Park location, it's now easier than ever to get the care your vehicle needs from familiar faces at an affordable price. Visit BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule an appointment today.
Here in Florida, we have 2 seasons, summer and January. There's never been a better time to get on the water than right now. The weather is nice, the waters are wide open, and Freedom Boat Club is offering a great discount for a limited time. We handle all the cleaning, storing, maintenance, and hassles of boating. You join the club and boat as often as you'd like. Want to entertain your friends and family? We've got a boat for that. Want to escape your friends and family? We've got a boat for that. Looking to carve up some wake? We've got a boat for that. Looking to cast a line? We've got a boat for that. Home team got you down again? Yep, we got a boat for that. Whether you're looking to cruise, sport, fish, or just get away, Freedom Boat Club has you covered with unlimited access to an entire fleet of boats in Jacksonville, Jacks Beach, and St. Augustine, and over 350 locations across the world. New to boating? We'll teach you with unlimited, one-on-one, on-water training. Stop by one of our locations to see what Boating Made Simple is all about and save huge with a super discount. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
I'm Sam Nelson. With the loss to Kansas City, Jaguars tight end Evan Ingram reacted to the struggles on offense.
Everybody got to execute better as a whole unit.
The defense kept the Jags in the game in the 17-9 loss to Kansas City. Safety Andre Sisco says the defense got it partially right.
When I look at our plan to win the game, I think we held 87 down. I think we didn't take the big play away enough.
Head coach Doug Peterson explained the offensive struggles in the loss to Kansas City.
We were in too many second long and then turned into third long situations. You just can't put yourself as an offense. Can't put yourself in those situations.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 2-minute drill. Brought to you by Tire Outlet. Keeping the rubber on the road with wholesale prices and premium service. Tire Outlet, Jacksonville's largest locally owned automotive repair shop.
All right, the clock is ticking. Jaguars today. Oh, it's not a victory Monday, Tony.
No, it is not.
No.
Could have been.
Yeah. Offense.
I'm not going to say stuff like should have been.
Yeah.
Right, but certainly could have been.
Yeah.
You play a game against the Chiefs where you force 3 turnovers, could have been 4 or 5, right, in that football game.
3 turnovers and a half.
Yeah, and 12 penalties, everything that went against them. You know, Travis Kelce didn't look like your typical Travis Kelce, and if you got that game close, I think he might have got himself thrown out at
yes,
some
he was getting
in a close
chippy
game in the second half of that game, but none of that is how it worked out. Offensively,
struggles.
We go into the season with the entire football-watching world talking about why they would or wouldn't pick the Jags to be the team in the AFC. And the things they brought up were, where's the pass rush? Right, which I think has been okay. Through the first couple of weeks. It was really good week one. It was okay yesterday.
Hard to
as far
sack
as getting
Mahomes, but they
pressure.
affected him a little bit.
Right,
yeah.
like that kind of thing. And offensive line. The offensive line is an issue.
Oh, boy.
For this football team a couple weeks into the season.
100%.
And I thought that they could game plan, scheme around those things because they did it last year so effectively. They aren't executing when they get opportunities right now on that side of the ball. They couldn't block Chris Jones. I don't care who they had on the field. Right? They just couldn't block that guy.
No. David Garrard coming in?
Yes.
So you'll have David Garrard, Mike and Tony. Jaguars today, a whole breakdown for the next 2 hours of the Jaguars' loss in Kansas City. E?
Now, today's takeaways, brought to you by Key Buick GMC, where our family dealership has been helping families buy vehicles for over 50 years.
Jeffro?
My takeaway is, and look, we know that the parity laden the NFL is, right? We also know what that 0-2 number means. But just a reminder, it's only been 2 games, but just how quickly the league can turn on its ear. The 5, I would say the preseason favorites from the AFC before the season started. The Chiefs, the Bengals, the Bills, the Jags, and the Chargers.
Okay.
3-7 through 2 games. Just shows you. And by the way, the Bengals 0-2, this one hits different. No team in NFL history has started 0-2 with 2 division losses and made the playoffs. That's in addition to the other 0-2 stats that aren't good.
E, what are you taking away?
This offensive line's got to pick it up. Otherwise, this offense is going to struggle. Frankly, we haven't played well offensively in 2 weeks.
Big Bo said it.
Okay. I'll take away this. My good friend Jeff Prosser won't give me credit even when I'm right.
Well, you can take that away tomorrow, too. All right, that'll do it to it. It's been the Monday Morning Quarterback. Jaguars Today is next.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Service.